Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets blog with the New York Liberty. Yo, good shit, Liberty. Good shit, bro. Yo, I'm back. Oh man, yo man, this shit It's not unbelievable, man. It was a good game, man. Sabali, again, I'm new at the Liberty and watching them play and see what they can and can't do. And shit, if you gonna win a championship, you gonna need a bench like that. Excuse me, that bench had a good 20, 40 points, bro. Cause they was hoping, bro. It's between Sabali and who else was it? It was just a lot. It was a big contribution on a lot of their side, man. Like, hold on, it definitely wasn't Ines. Stewie showed up on the defensive end. Like, no bullshit, no cap. Like she definitely showed up. I ain't going front. I can't hold you. And it shows that defense win championships. You can see that this is one of the lowest scoring games that they had, and this was an overtime game too. You know what I'm saying? So, you could see that defense win championships. Tonight was I'm a fan of female basketball now, man. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like they was hooping. I like Jacko Jones. I thought she showed up big. You know what I'm saying? 15 boards by Stewie was pretty good. Fee she hit that big three in the overtime. That was huge. Sabali, she had 7 boards. She had a steal on Nafisha, I think her name is. This was a good game, man. Claude Smith said the Brooklyn Nets should swap management with the Liberty management. Yo, on that note, Claude, I feel like they invested a lot into Josiah and hold on, we got a special guest, Claude. Yo, Wally on Wednesdays, aka Wow, is
What's
in
up,
the
Breezy?
yo. I'm glad you back. Oh my goodness. I know you gotta be one of the happiest fans though.
I am
Like,
ecstatic, bro. I wish I was in Brooklyn tonight, but those prices for those tickets was crazy. So I was like, hell no. But yo, I'm going to that parade. I'm gonna get my
yeah.
henny in one hand. I have to buy that championship T-shirt. When I tell you,
Mm,
I was ready for this. I woke up this morning and I saw the vision. I said, "Look,
mm.
the Liberty is going to win their first championship today," and I knew
Fact.
it. I was literally working with that in my mind. I'm like, the Liberty is going to win today, and look what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
They won.
so what did you see tonight? And when did you feel confident that they was gonna win? Watching the game, because I know you say you woke up like that, but watching the game, when did you? Because I feel like it was a lot of back and forth, lead
Yeah,
changes. You know what I'm saying?
I was
I
stressed.
was on edge a little bit. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
I was
Uh,
stressed. Like the entire game. I think it started to set in when when they went to OT, and then Phoebus she
yeah,
shot that three. That's when
yeah,
I knew. I was like, yeah, we about to get it. Well, actually, there was that, and when OT was closing out, and you know how Sabali she got that turnover off of Courtney Williams.
Nafisa. Okay.
So I don't know if that was during the OT or before it or a few minutes before it, but Once she got that, it started to show me that yeah, Courtney Williams, she's getting a little bit shaky. She's starting to feel the atmosphere, you know, because Courtney Williams, she knows how to handle the rock. But in these moments, when she was doing all that, you know, behind the back, and then Sabali stole it from her and laid it up, I was like, "Yep, this is the Liberty's championship. Yep, this is their night."
Yeah, yo, I think they bench showed up really big. Like they had to score a good,
The
I don't
entire
know,
game,
30 points, yo. Like
literally.
seriously.
Yeah,
Like uh,
Sabali turned up big. Leo turned up big, and JJ turned up
mhm.
huge for us. Like throughout the
Yeah,
entire, if you want to talk about consistency during the
yeah.
entire series,
Mm,
JJ was that girl. And it's
word.
crazy because I thought Stewie was gonna be MVP until I saw that, you know, her numbers were very inconsistent. Same thing with Sab. But JJ,
Yeah.
last I think she had 9 points in about a minute because she was just shooting threes back to back in the last game.
Mm.
Yeah. So JJ deserved this MVP. For real.
Oh, word. She got the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
so
telling you.
yeah, so but she averaged like 17 this series.
Yeah, 17, 18.
Mm. Yeah, she was
Yup.
hooping. They ain't had nothing for her.
And that's the thing, because she left Connecticut because she wanted to win a championship. That's why she teamed up with Stewie and Sab. And I'm
Mm.
like, I'm happy for her. She deserved it. She was balling this entire series.
That's what's up, yo. So hold
Facts.
on. They assemble all of this year. Like
No.
who's the new players that got to the roster this year to help them win?
This year, I think Sabali, because Sabali used to play overseas in Germany with Leonie Fibish. So she brought her to the team. They didn't really do much to the roster, though. I think they just ran it back because they assembled the team last year in order to beat the Aces, but that didn't work.
Okay.
And we lost to the Aces. So then this year, I think they came back more prepared because they had a full off season to, you know, get together and build the chemistry.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
why they were able to beat the Aces in the second round and then come and beat the Lynx in the third round. Oh shit,
Mm.
they partying in the locker room. That's what's up, yo. Are you watching this? Are you watching
No,
this?
no, I was trying to set up the stream. Let me get to it. I'm gonna go try to watch it right now while I'm talking to y'all.
It
Um,
stinks. Like I can't stay up too late, but best
yeah,
believe I'm calling out during the parade. I'm
yeah,
calling out that day. They think I'm
yeah.
playing. All of
Nah,
a sudden, I'm gonna catch a cold.
nah. I'm gonna try to link with you too on that parade day. Like, I'm definitely coming to the parade.
Facts.
For sure. Yo, but I know you say you can't stay up late, but just for a quick reminder, just let the fans know where you at on Twitter, and also again, she got a lot. Let me just say this for her: she got a lot of content. Y'all gonna see that she is authentic. She's been rooting for the Liberty this entire
Entire time.
you were like seriously. So
Yo, like they didn't believe in us, bro. They said that we were fakers. They said that we would never win a chip. And after 28 years, the Liberty finally brought a chip to New York. Like they made history tonight.
now all facts, all facts. Yo, hold on, Wally. I want to introduce you to Joey and Big Ox. Big Ox, that's Wally. Wally, that's Big Ox. Big Ox
Nice to
is
meet y'all.
or yo, y'all heard her? Joey
Yeah.
were Big Ox. He does a lot of WNBA content. So when I'm not like following you on Twitter, I'll be listening to his streams, Wally. So I don't know, man. I'm glad both of y'all on the panel at the same time for real. Big Ox, you there, Big Ox?
Hold on. Can you spell his name? I'm about to subscribe to you on YouTube.
He it's Big Ox Media. It's BIG space OX space MEDIA Media.
Okay, got you. I'm gonna subscribe.
Yeah, yeah. Now I learned a lot of his I learned a lot about the WNBA. Listening to his content. But Joey, talk to us, man. What you seen tonight, man?
Um, it was I ain't gonna front. I felt kind of bad about this game because I'm like, I know how dangerous Minnesota is. I know how composed and well coached they are, how good they are defensively. So I mean Minnesota just scared me. If you was a fan of the WNBA, you knew they was like one of the powerhouse teams in the league. And they don't really get rattled like that. You know what I mean? And that's shown throughout the series. But tonight, man. Sabrina and Brianna Stewart got their ass saved because they played like some complete fucking dog water. I mean, they play good defense. I give them that. They play solid defense. So I'm a fan of a holistic. I look at both sides of the ball. I'm not one of these fans that just be like, okay, if you ain't score shit, you had a bad game. They had solid defensive games, but they were just complete. I mean, they couldn't hit nothing. I think Brian. I mean, Sab was like 0 for 19 or some shit like that, or 1 for 9. Yo, her shooting numbers were horrible. Her and Brianna Stewart. I think Sab was the fucking. She was the pivotal player in the game for the Liberty. She is the one of the main reasons why they won tonight. With her on the floor, our energy was totally different. Totally different. I get that the Minnesota is a good defensive team, but the Liberty were pissing me off, especially in the first half, because they act like they didn't want to penetrate the defense. You can't sit there and play hot potato with the ball on the fucking perimeter. Like, in order to fucking be a good defense, you gotta be aggressive. Period. You know what I mean? And either they had to get in the paint and they weren't do that. That was either by downhill or that was either by feeding JJ the ball. But you know what? It was a gritty game. They pulled it out. The shit just went our way, and I'm happy it went our way, man. I'm happy I was wrong. New York City finally fucking got a chip. If you followed the history of this team, you would know that they went through some hardships. I remember Dolan, when Dolan owned the team, he didn't even want to have nothing to do with him, so they sent him to Westchester to just be out of the way. You feel what I'm saying? And to see them win a championship
Yeah,
today after fucking going 8 straight times, 7 to 8 straight times, and coming up short, that's fucking big, man. That's fucking huge. But yeah,
yeah,
man, solid win, gritty
yeah,
win. I'm happy the city finally got a basketball chip. And yeah, I'm gonna just close out with that.
yeah,
I
yo,
want to add to that.
Oh,
yeah,
one
yeah.
more
I'm
one more thing,
listening.
one more thing, real quick. And Phoebich. Oh my God, Phoebich, like it was parts in the game where I trusted Phoebich more with the ball than fucking Stewie, man. Like
Yeah.
for Phoebich to be a rookie and to be this poised and this good is a fucking insane. And I agree with Wally. I think when Phoebich hit that 3 in OT, I was like, okay, I think we're gonna win it. When we went up, I said, I think
Right.
we gonna fucking win it. But that's all I got. You got it. You got it, Wally.
Another thing too is Leo. She's a rookie in the W, but she played overseas, so she has experience. I think she was on the Olympic team too. So like she has experience during like clutch moments. And also I agree
Yeah,
with you. When I saw that the Liberty had to face the Lynx in the finals, I was scared because during the regular season, if you saw that matchup, the Lynx beat our ass. I think it was 3-1. Like they almost
They
swept
also
us.
beat us in the Commissioner's Cup.
Exactly. And it was because of their length. They were like way bigger than us. But they said I was watching an WNBA countdown, and they said that one of the best adjustments that Sandy made was putting Leo in the starting lineup. And I think she switched, Courtney Vandersloot for Leo because Leo is 6'6". Stewie is about 6'5", 6'6". So now our front court was matching Minnesota's.
Yeah,
So
they went.
now,
The Liberty went big, right?
yeah, they went big. That's why I was like, I have to agree with them. I feel like that was one of the best adjustments that Sandy could make. Cause now we got the championship. Shit, I ain't even mad at it.
Yeah, because you didn't even really see Vandersloot this game. She ain't getting no burn,
No minutes. And
none.
that's the thing. I used to cry when they had Courtney Vandersloot on the. I was like, girl, take Courtney Vandersloot out this game. Cause Courtney, I don't know what it is.
yeah. 3 minutes.
Sometimes her shots are there, and then other times it's gone. So
And
I'm like,
and a
okay,
lot of times she do. You know what kills me with Vandersloot is for her to be a point guard. She's very very careless and reckless with the basketball.
right.
I'd be
Yep.
like, Vandersloot, what are you doing? Like, what do you really think that was a smart pass? Like, you a point guard. I expect this shit out of somebody like John Quell Jones, who's a center. But come on, bro. Like,
In fact,
your IQ got to be a little bit more up there. She gambles a lot.
So hold on, let me ask you. Even though it was a bad shooting night for UNESCO, what about her 8 assists? How y'all feel about that?
because that's the thing. Even though they didn't shoot well tonight, they did show up big in other areas, like Stewie and that block on Heidemann, right beneath the rim. That was a momentum shift. Sab with that dribble handoff to Sabali beneath the rim. That was a momentum shift. So I feel like they
True.
did work in other ways. So
Yeah.
like I can't even be mad at it. And on top of that,
I,
if the Liberty were to make a statue for somebody, Sabrina in that shot in game 4, or was it game 3? One of those in
it
that
was game
shot
3.
by the logo. That's gonna be one of the most memorable shots from this entire series. So like as much as people probably want to get on Stewie and Sab for their shooting percentages tonight, at the end of the day, they did their part. If Stewie doesn't go off for 30 in game 2, they don't win. If
Yeah.
Stewie actually no, she went off for 30 in game 3 and then Sab hit the shot, they don't win. So like they all played their part.
I think they didn't play good last game either though.
Yeah,
Where
they
they
lost
lost.
last game.
They played shitty last game. I just think Nafisa Collier is just a nightmare matchup for Stewie.
Yeah,
Like Stewie hates to see that girl coming. Like seriously, she's a nightmare matchup for her on both ends of the floor. Like and yeah, man. And I think and also Courtney Williams, like she ain't no fucking pushover either. Like
right.
she's
She was
going
not going
like
away.
yeah, she's like a fucking gnat. But also I noticed one thing too. I want to bring something up. They don't be playing Queen Bee in the second half. Why is that?
I think it's because they want to maintain her injury.
Oh,
Like
because
if
I'm
you
like, yo, you notice that though? She'll play in the first half, and then when the second half comes, you don't see her.
right. I think it's because of her injury though. Because
But
remember, during the Aces game, they were targeting Lainey because of
yeah,
her knee.
true.
So with this one, I think they were just giving her limited minutes.
I think something also goes unnoticed. Lainey gave Courtney Williams hell in that first half, man.
Yeah.
She gave her problems, bro. Like Laney is and Thornton. We can't not take away Thornton because Thornton was fucking everywhere. Like she
Right.
was going against Fee, like she was physical with her. She was everywhere on the court, getting turnovers, intercepting the passes. Like her energy was crazy tonight.
Her and
So
Sabali, they were the ones
yeah,
that they had the momentum shifts.
yeah, facts. That's facts. That is facts, bro. But everybody. I mean, it's team basketball. Brianna also, she, even though I got on her about her shooting, she also had a good amount of rebounds tonight. I think she had like 8, 9 rebounds or
Yeah.
some shit like that. So I mean, like you said, I mean, in other areas they were good in, but they just shot the ball horribly, and they made the game harder than what it was. If they were on, we would have won this game in regulation.
Honestly, because I do think the Liberty is the better team. We have the deeper bench. We have the more skilled players. If you look at Stewie's catalog, she is, I think, one of the most awarded players in the league. Like Stewie doesn't like to lose, and when she lost last season, she's like, "I'm coming back with a vengeance." You know, so
It almost ended bad with her though. She missed those 2 free throws though.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, I had to get on her head for that.
it almost ended bad. Luckily, she had another chance and she
Facts.
redeemed herself because a lot of times after shit like that, you don't get another crack at it, man. Not that late
Exactly.
in the game. So, oh man,
Yo, nah. Again, I'm a fan, bro. I listen. Shout to Wally because she definitely was pushing the Liberty, and I definitely watched her highlights that she would post or just things that she would say. She's somebody that watches the whole game, she quarter by quarter. So you know what I mean. Her content is fire. Y'all should follow her on Twitter. And from what I've seen, um defense won this game. I you can say what you want about the offense, but I like the fact that Stewie blocked that shot, slowed down,
Hmm.
they
I agree.
momentum. You know what I'm
That was a
saying? Like
momentum shift. I agree, Breezy.
so
Absolutely.
I think that if you watching this game, not just for the offense but for the defense too, it was a good game. You know, like they had 30 points in the second quarter, both teams, like, and the biggest lead was 12. And when it was single digits, I gotta give it to the fans. They was the sixth man tonight. That building was, I mean, I wasn't there, but on my
You could
way
feel it.
home, on my way home, I live in Jersey. On my way home, I work in Brooklyn. I seen a sea of people, a sea of fans going to the game, yo. they had a lot of support. I ain't gonna lie, I seen a lot of UNESCO jerseys. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? I think the fans show big support, and I think this sets a different tone in the city. Like they got the city on fire right now. I'm telling you, like with the
Yeah,
weather nice right now, people not going home, people acting up. That's Brooklyn is
facts.
super duper lit right now. Like
If that parade is on Tuesday, Tuesday is supposed to be 80 degrees. So I
wow,
know the parade about to be lit.
yeah, yeah, 80 degrees. Oh
And
my
October is
gosh,
crazy.
yeah. So before you leave though, I gotta ask you about Unrivaled because Nafisha is in it and
Mhm.
Stewie is in it. Just your thoughts on it. How you feel about them starting that league up?
See, I think I mentioned this to you before when I was on the stream. How, if you look at the salary that women in the W make, it is so selfless of Stewie and Nafisa to actually invest in Unrivaled out of their own pockets so that other players can make money, outside of the league in the offseason. Because I don't know if you remember or if you saw Angel Reese's tweet, how she was like, the W can't pay her bills,
Yeah, I seen
the
that. Yep.
apartment that she lives in. So Unrivaled will provide that opportunity for the girls to make money, at least extra change in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm a huge fan
Yeah.
of it. And on
Can
top of
I
that, it's
say
gonna be
something
on
real quick?
TNT. Yeah,
That can I just wanted to say that's one thing about the W that I never really like is that these girls gotta, after the season is over, after a grueling season, they gotta go right back to playing basketball. But they can't get an off season. They gotta go right back to playing basketball because they don't make enough money. So they gotta
exactly.
go overseas to play and in these different leagues and stuff. You don't see that in the NBA. You know what I mean? Because these guys get paid handsomely. Like when the season is over, it's the off season. They ain't
Then
going to
there's
Europe to play to
two
pick up
things,
extra checks.
two
You
things
know,
on that. Yeah, two things on that though. One, 41 games to 82 games. And you get more TV contracts, more people invested into it because it's more money, just because it's double the games. And then I think that, and this is where Wally could come in huge because she one of the best female content creators, the best content creator out there. You know what I'm
Please.
saying? The word sneakers. Sneaker deals. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So I think if the females would get more sneaker deals, that you know what I'm saying, they could appeal to the people more because the sneakers is part of the reason why the NBA makes so much money. You know what I mean? So what do you?
yeah.
If let me ask you this: let me ask you this, Wally. If any player could get a sneaker that doesn't have one in a W right now, who would it be?
um because the thing is, they don't have a sneaker, but usually they're signed with like a specific brand. Because Angel Reese, I think she's doing Puma. Who else? I would say Alyssa Thomas. Well, Alyssa Thomas is not really marketable though. Mm.
The only player in the W with their own shoe is Asia.
Asia and Stewie. Stewie is under
Yeah,
Adidas.
yeah.
So it's only two athletes that got sneakers in the W.
Yeah,
I think, and then Caitlyn got one too,
they
but
only.
she
That's
has a
the thing.
deal. She has a deal. She has her shoe hasn't come out yet.
Even Cameron Brink, I think she's for either is Puma or is for Reebok. One of those, but she's with Kawhi Leonard. Freaking, I forgot the guy that played for the Nuggets.
See,
Jamal Murray.
it's a difference though for being endorsed by Nike than
Yeah,
by having a shoe deal. I think people get it confused. Like when you're
yeah,
being endorsed by them, like, oh, you could get all the free Nikes and they give you all the gear to wear and all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like they throw stuff for you to promote and wear. But that still doesn't mean you're getting a shoe deal. When you get a shoe
Right.
deal, that is a deal specifically for the athlete to make a signature shoe to shell in their name. So it's totally
Right.
two different things. You feel
And the
me?
NBA, they give it out like candy. Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, like.
Right.
But in the W, they are very selective with who they decide to give a shoe deal to.
Yeah. Like look at Schroeder. Schroeder got picked up. Schroeder is signed to Puma. A lot of people don't know that. He signed to Puma.
Unfortunately,
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Puma
So
not
it's a
even a basketball sneaker. That's why it's so funny to me.
yeah, but
right?
I mean LaMelo Ball got his shoe from Puma.
Okay.
Who? Yeah, LaMelo does. Who else do they got? Damn, I forget. But yeah, they got a couple of people, man. And I'm just saying, like in the W, people got to understand and stop comparing the W to the NBA. The W ain't that old as the NBA. You know what I'm
True.
saying? The shit is
Yeah.
still growing. Like it's only what, how many, 12 teams or something like that in the W compared to like 30 something in the NBA.
Right.
Like you already said, Breezy, the season is half the game, so it's differences, man.
Facts.
Yeah. You want them to be able to pay their bills, though. Know what I'm saying?
That's
Facts.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I that's what I don't agree. Like I said, like them making $70,000 a year, that's nasty. I make more than them. I ain't trying to sit up here and like front of them. I'm like, damn, I'm a regular motherfucking civilian, and I make more than these girls that play professional basketball. That's nasty. You know
Hmm.
what I
Mm.
mean? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like 70. Now I'm trying to disrespect somebody, but Angel Reese said she get like 70K. That ain't shit.
Yeah, I mean, for 41 games, 70K. But how could they generate more money? You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
Right.
know.
All right, y'all. I gotta head out. But this was fun.
y-
I just wait. Hold on. I got one more question for y'all.
yeah.
Are both of y'all going to the parade?
I ain't gonna lie. I work right around the corner from the Barclays, so I'm pulling up for sure.
When is the parade? Did they say when it's gonna be?
They didn't say when, but it's usually 2 days after the championship. So I'm guessing probably on Tuesday because Tuesday is really nice.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I think, but Barley right about that.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna keep my ears to the streets and see when it's gonna be. I'm
It's
praying for
supposed to be
that.
crazy. Apparently, I heard Mayor Adams supposed to be putting out those cops because he knows that New York about to lose their mind.
Oh man, don't get me started with Mayor Adams, man.
Facts. I'm gonna put
You.
a pin right there. All
But
right,
not.
y'all.
Thank you though. Thank you, Wally. Thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
You
All
too.
right. Good night. Yeah, nah. Shout out to Wally, man. She an avid fan, bro. Like she always. I'm gonna follow her content, and when the parade do happen, I bet you she gonna be the first one to know.
That's a
Um.
fact. I believe it.
Yeah, nah, definitely, man. But again, like I said, ladies first, man. They setting the tone for the city. It's good for basketball what they did,
I mean,
and when
it's
I was
good for the league, bro. And
word,
and and all you dudes out there hating on these women because they women, that's corny, man. Like these girls is professionals. They take the game serious. They out there putting their body on the line. You know what I mean? They entertainers. And for y'all to feel like y'all got to shit on them because they females or because it ain't the same type of product as the NBA, that's corny to me. I just wanted to say that.
yeah, nah. Again, um, what I will say is give it a try. You know, say what you want, and it's easy to have an opinion about something you didn't give a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because you could just say whatever.
Man,
But
if you love basketball and don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck if Turtles was playing it. If you love basketball and them niggas was playing good basketball and you a fan of basketball, you gonna fuck with it.
right,
Period.
yeah, nah, that's what I was looking for. I heard people only spoke highly of it, and that's another thing too. Everybody that before that I actually watched the game, everybody that seen it, um, everybody that seen it basically said, "Yo, it's a good basketball game, bro."
Yeah, it's finally got to that point, but before that, niggas was still kind of like skeptic of it. Like, I don't know, man. It's women's basketball. Niggas was a lot of people was being negative about women's basketball. A lot of Caitlin Clark fans still talking about Caitlin Clark because they mad she got put out. Like, and they want to try to shit on the league. Oh, the league is losing money and it's not the same. The only reason why we follow is because of Caitlyn. Like, what? Nigga, we been following the WNBA. Maybe your casual ass, Caitlin Clark fan ass, just started following because of her. But real
Nah,
basketball fans been following, bro. That's
yeah,
a fact.
I'm not gonna say I've been this avid fan, But I definitely was following the W before Caitlin Clark came to the league, and that's because of Wally and Big Ox. You know what I'm saying? Big Ox, he would always talk about it on his channel. I'll be going to his channel, kicking it on, and he would. That's how I got real savvy. I won't say real savvy because I still don't know who the players are for real, but just watch it, just becoming a fan of the game. So yeah,
That's a
shout out to
fact.
Wally, shout out to Big Ox. And again, if I don't want to be long winded because John just joined the panel with us, shout out to John. I actually seen his face for the first time today. You know, we be out here with avatars more times than not, and it was, yeah, I guess the face matched the person, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the voice or whatnot.
Appreciate
Shout
it,
out to
man.
John, heavy on Twitter. You know what I mean? Pushing a lot of content. So I wanted to say thank you for joining the panel. But talk to us, man. How you feel about the champion? The Liberty winning their first championship in the Barclays at that.
Let's go Liberty. But honestly, this is just a special week I'll never forget. To have the Yankees go to the World Series yesterday. I've been covering Yankees for a decade now, and it's been quite a journey, Joe, just to feel that special moment because it's somebody near and dear to my heart. So that was a big moment for me. But to see Liberty after 20 plus years finally have pay their dues and have a huge Barclay crowd and have everybody going wild, just the atmosphere couldn't have been more perfect. I mean, uh, for Liberty to do this, it's so special in so many ways because it's the first championship in Brooklyn. No matter what happens going forward, the first championship in Brooklyn will be because of Liberty, and that's just such a special thing. But I got a special public service announcement for Mr. Dolan of the Knicks. What now? Because look what just happened. You had control of Liberty, and for so many years you had no idea what to do with it. And in 4 years, Joe Desai has turned and Clara Usai has turned Liberty into a championship team. Not only that, we got your picks now. We got your future. And you know what? We're going to make an impact these next two drafts. We going for Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Edgecombe, Harper, you name it. And after that, we're going for AJ DeBanza, Cam Boozer, and then we get a Darren Fox or John Moran. We going for it all. And I'll tell you, before the decade is out, Brooklyn will be contending for a championship again. Brooklyn
Fact.
basketball is here to stay. So let's
Fact.
go, Liberty.
That's a
Let's
fact. That's a
go.
fact.
Word,
Hey,
man. Yo,
Facts,
I
man.
I had to
shit,
correct a couple of
both of
dudes
us
on.
hype. Go ahead, Joey.
No, I said I
John
had
got
to
the whole
correct a
panel
couple of
hype.
dudes.
Go ahead, Joey.
No, I said I got to correct a couple of dudes on social media trying to. Oh well, the Liberty got a championship before the Nets. Huh? They're gonna be the only ones to get a championship in the Barclay. Stop being corny, man. Like
Facts.
why y'all can't just congratulate the motherfucking Liberty without trying to put the Nets down? That's so corny to me, bro. Like damn. Like just this ain't about the Nets right now. It's about the Liberty.
Facts.
Congratulate them. You ain't gotta lift somebody up and to shit on somebody else. It's
Facts.
corny.
Facts, Joey.
No, absolutely. Again, man, everything John said, and on top of that, or with that, I feel like listening to them after the game, they spoke to that. They was like, Clara Wu spoke to that. She said, yeah, we really happy. We really wanted to give women basketball more visibility. That's why when we took over, we got the liberty to play in the Barclays because they deserve a bigger market. The crowd went wild. The crowd was
Yeah.
like, yeah. So the fans looked like they were waiting for it. Like the
Bro.
Brooklyn been a fan of basketball all my life. Like everybody loved basketball in Brooklyn. There's a lot of basketball parks in Brooklyn. And before the Liberty came here, they loved basketball. But this is going to turn tables. There's going to be more women basketball hoopers. Like, don't get it twisted, bro. I go to the park now. It be women out there hooping, and they can hoop.
That's what's up.
Like, I'm not
Facts.
saying that. I'm not saying it in a sense where. I'm saying it in a sense where before the Liberty came to the Barclays, I was hard pressed to see females at the park hooping with us. But that being said, like I said, they good for
Can I
basketball,
want to say something real quick,
and I'm
man. I
happy.
think
Go ahead, go
John
ahead.
made it. John made it a very important point, and it's going to get overlooked. When Dolan had that team, he didn't want to have nothing to do with them. He sent that fucking team to Westchester to die. He didn't even want them to fucking play in
Facts.
Madison Square Garden anymore. He did not want to invest in that team. He said he was losing money. He didn't have the vision and the patience to invest and nurture the team. And Josiah and Clara took that team. They invested in them, and look where they're at today. And that's not
Facts.
going to get that's going to get overlooked. Dolan pretty much sent that team to Westchester to die. Clara Wu said it herself. They went and got the team out of the fucking Westchester, out of the boonies.
Right. Boondocks, that ass. And I think that's ultimately means a lot. If you to practice in the Barclays or practice somewhere close opposed to traveling 2 hours, like that shit is draining. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a certain energy when you could practice at home, you know what I mean? Again, I think they invested a lot into the Liberty. In my opinion, I think you know what I'm saying? Clara Wu, oh, she had a real close eye on the everyday business around the Liberty, and she's a big part of the reason why they was able to get all of these different players from different teams to come and play here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Stewie, Jacquel
They drafted Stewie
Jones.
though. They
It,
drafted Stewie.
Oh, they
Breezy.
drafted Stewie. My fault.
Yeah.
Sabrina.
I mean
Sabrina.
Sabrina. My bad. You was right.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got Stewie
yeah,
to
yeah.
come
That's
in.
what I was bugging. I mean, nah, I ain't
I was
bugging.
bugging. My fault.
Yeah, yeah. So like, so I'm saying that to say that's Clara Wu's doing. You know what I mean? A lot of that is her, you know, giving these players big contracts. Like, yo, we'll give you the money, we'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all was saying earlier, that be the problem. These big players, they be wanting to play and play hard. And if you get somebody like Joe Sign, Clara Wu, you see, I'm not saying they throwing money, they invested money. They invested in the Brooklyn Nets. It didn't go the way they wanted, but they invested in the Liberty, and it did. It paid off.
Fact.
They
Hey,
only been here
Breezy.
for 4 years and they got a
Real talk.
championship.
I don't know
That's
if you.
that's huge, bro.
I don't know if y'all remember, but the Soz were the first ones who pushed for the lady players to have to fly private. They pushed for
Right.
that shit. Remember, they got in trouble for it because other teams weren't doing it, or they felt it was like favoritism or some shit like that, and they got in trouble for it from the league because they felt that the women should be able to fly private just like the men. So yes, they invested, they pushed for player empowerment in the fucking WNBA. That is a fact.
Fact. And you know what it is too? It's like Dolan, he had control of Liberty, like you said, and what he do it? He sent them somewhere where there were no fans almost. Josiah took that team, brought them to the Barclays. You had 14,000 fans a night now. Like just the change, and just like you said, it's the details. You invest in the fan base, you invest in the culture, you invest in nutrition, the training facility. Like they put so much into this, and now Liberty is a $200 million business revenue in 4 years. They did that in 4 years. Dolan, what has Dolan done for the Knicks in a century right now? Nothing. And now we got their future in our hands, and we going for it. Brooklyn basketball is right where it needs to be, with an eye towards the future, not an eye towards the past.
Yo, bro, you should fucking open up movies or some shit, bro. Yo, nah, John be
Bro,
getting it
Breezy, I'm
hyper.
cooking, man. I'm cooking good tonight, man. I'm feeling it. This has been a great weekend, man. Been a great
Yeah,
weekend.
no, John good at this shit, yo. He should do commercials or some shit, bro. Like,
Hell
Breezy,
yeah.
my journey's just started,
Hey,
man. So
hey,
if you
hey,
see me
hey,
one
you sure
day,
you ain't got the teleprompter up there? Some shit in front of you?
I don't need no teleprompter, man. Most of it's from my head. Listen, I'm reading those stats.
Yo, nah, seriously. Now, one of the
You got
first
the
times I
Kamala
met,
teleprompter up there.
one of the first times like John really stood out on the panel is his rants. I gotta say, I love John rants, man. I'm serious, man. Like there's a lot of people that grace the panel. Shout out to all of them. And LB going to LBL next. But yeah, man, John and his rants, man. I follow your content, man. You know that. Shout
Nah,
to you,
breezy,
bro.
breezy. I appreciate them because I cover a lot. I cover pro wrestling. I cover baseball, basketball. Like I just put my new name, everything BK Nets John, because I try to cover everything that I care about, and I want to make
Mhm.
what I do feel impactful because I want everybody to enjoy it. That's what I care about. And if I'm
Yeah.
doing that, I'm doing something good. So I just want to keep enjoying my journey. But I appreciate it, breezy, man. Anybody that follows my content, I appreciate it so much, and I'll keep bringing the best I can, man.
All right, and then just all my only advice is just at least get a picture on your avatar. That's it, bro. That's
Yeah, I'm
it.
working on it, man.
Even
I'm
if
working on it.
even if it's the everything Brooklyn or whatever. No, I don't want to say whatever. How do you say it again?
Everything BK Nets John. I just put it in
Okay,
today.
everything BK Nash John. All right, shout out to you. Yeah, man, follow his content, man. Great content creator. LBL, talk to us, man. Did you see the game? LBL, you there? All right, we gonna come back to LBL. You know what I'm saying? Probably, you know what I mean, want to go get a motherfucking a beer to celebrate with. You know what I'm saying? Word. Probably
He went to
rolling
go
up
get a chopped cheese. He'll be back.
right. You know what I mean? Who had to go brush off his construction Tims, get the dust off of the construction Tims.
He
Like
had to
you
make a
gonna do?
poppy store run real quick.
He gonna do the podcast with the butters on, man. Shout to you, man. Shout to LBL. Um, yeah. Oh shit, LBL again, man. Yo, what up, LBL? Which one is you, brother?
Yo, we got double. Oh, jeez.
LBL, where you at? Put your. You probably talking, but you on mute. So just make sure
You
you're not
probably got
on
to
mute.
leave and come back, bro. Drop.
Right.
Yup. Yeah. But yeah, man, the Liberty, they listen, that energy, if it permeates to the Brooklyn Nets and we win a championship, that should be incredible. And I hope that I don't really I think it's almost a sure thing. I think Josiah and I think Josiah and his wife, Clara, Clara will side. They definitely gonna always have a hand in the Liberty after this, bro. There's no
Facts.
way they win a championship in 4 years and then trying to find other business endeavors. Like they're
But
staying around for a long time.
you know, his wife run the Liberty, so I ain't got shit to do with that. That's his wife. Like she runs
Right.
that
Good
team.
point.
Yeah, and Sai runs the net. So even though they are married and they both own both teams, Clara is more invested in the Liberty and Sai's more invested in the Nets.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what it is. I think at the end of the day, shit, he gotta relax and take notes. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really out here doing her thing. Like a man
You
can
know
learn
what,
from a
Breezy?
woman.
I like the
Uh,
size, man. I don't know why people. There's
you
a
you
lot of
sound muffled, Joey. You sound muffled,
no.
Joey.
I said my bad. I like the size. I don't know why a lot of people give them bullshit. Well, I do know why. It's because of the whole Kyrie thing. But I always thought they were good owners. You clearly see that they care about their organizations and they're willing to invest in them. So I don't understand why people give them so much shit. I mean, I get it, the big three debacle, but all of that wasn't their fault, bro. You know what I mean? I think everybody had a hand in playing that, but from my point of view, they're good owners. I think the Sox are good owners. Me personally. I know that'd be an unpopular opinion in Nets world, but I think they're good owners, man.
Yeah, nah, I agree with you. Yo, hold on. There go my guy Bill Johnson. Yeah, yeah. Pause. That sounded crazy.
Nah,
Yo,
Bill,
baby.
Bill. Listen, we got 6 picks next year's draft. We got 16, the most in the league. We are right where we need to be. Other teams are right now scrapping with no draft capital, trying to win a championship. If they lose, they have to pay penalties. We're in a great position right now. We ain't aiming for no play and participation award right now, man. We
That's
eyeing
right.
towards the future. We eyeing
We
towards the
No,
set up
no,
we
future.
set up for the
no,
future,
no.
brother.
No, no, no. Listen. Even though y'all feel that way, I told him, I said, yo, I got you. Pull up to the show. I'm reading your comment. Cause even though y'all make y'all points, yo, this shit is hilarious because I too agree with him, but I agree with y'all too. So I mean it's whatever. I agree with both of y'all. But his comments is real, man. Like y'all gotta respect how he feel. All right, hold on. Here it go. Here it go. Y'all know I'm dramatizing it. It's all good though. Bill Johnson, I told you I got you. He said it's nearly impossible for a real Nets fan like me to listen to these podcasts. The constant made up trades this panel makes up is Sean Marks like. The hate for the Nets players is misguided and should be directed towards the front office and ownership. Personally, I could never root for a team that tanks on purpose, and I damn sure wouldn't spend any of my money on tickets to see a tanking team. I'm hoping this team says fuck the narrative and nonsense
Who said
that
that?
so many of us. This Bill Johnson comment. You know
Okay.
when the show. You know when the show go off. Like he be leaving comments, bro. I be crying, bro.
Hey,
Like I'm
bro,
telling,
bro.
yo, hold on. No, seriously, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start starting the show with the comments that the fans leave to get y'all to. This is, when I leave, I read these comments.
Hey,
They watching
bro,
the show. I read the comments,
bro.
bro.
I think Bill Johnson, he's a solid fan, but he hasn't had a come to
Hold on,
Jesus,
he not done. He not done. He said,
bro.
hold on. He said, I'm hoping this team says fuck the narrative and nonsense that so many are speaking. Why the hell would the Rockets trade their center unless they could rob the Nets of players and picks? How
Bro,
y'all feel about what he said?
bro, he hasn't had a come to Jesus moment. Bill, I get it, bro. You a passionate fan, and you
Shout
want
out
to
to
see the
Bill
Nets.
Johnson, man.
You want to see the Nets win, but right now, brother, it's not the time for that. The Nets are in
Facts.
rebuild mode. You have to have a come to Jesus moment. We get it. We don't wanna we don't want to see our team lose, but you gotta trust the process, brother. Right now, we're in a rebuild mode. We know we ain't contending for shit. You just gotta know where you at and then have a plan to work back to contingency. Period. Like, I mean, like you think we just going like the Nets just going like make the playoffs this year? It's not happening, brother. It's not.
Facts.
Like,
Facts. And just to
you know what I
piggyback
mean?
off
Like,
Joey
it
for a
would be
Fight
dumb
second.
for
back,
the
Bill
Nets to do
Johnson.
that.
Fight
Yeah.
back. Yo,
Like,
put
Wait, wait.
something in the
no,
comments.
listen,
I got
listen.
you.
This is strategic. We got to move strategic in this thing, bro. We not playing for this year. We're playing for our future, my guy. Like, for
So hold
real.
on. So Joey, you saying take 2 steps back to take 4 steps forward, 5 steps
Absolutely.
forward, 6 steps forward.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to destroy and rebuild and start from scratch. And right
Mm,
now, Sean Mark's got a lot of ingredients to work with.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Peppers,
yeah,
peppers,
he got a lot of green. He got nigga went to the
seasoning.
supermarket and went shopping, and he got a lot of shit to work with right now. Just
Facts.
trust the process, bro. Like you got to go through it to get to it, man. Like, and that's what the Nets are gonna do. You just gotta deal with it, bro. And the quicker some of you Nets fans will come to reality, the better off
Mm,
this will be. You gotta embrace the tank, my guy.
Facts. Facts.
You
Oh, but
Facts.
know.
no. Hold on. He
Oh,
fighting back.
brother.
Hold
I
on. We gonna
see
go
it.
to Lee.
I see
LBL,
it.
you there now?
Yeah, I'm here now.
All
Why
right,
the heck are the
hold on.
76ers getting bro? They have nothing to
Dog.
do with us.
No. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Let
Nah,
me
it has a
tie.
lot to
Hold on,
do.
They got no
LBL.
draft capital left.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me tie it all in together. They quote unquote they with mantra was the process. And you see what they got them. It didn't get them a championship. Yeah, they got great players and Ben Simmons and they played great for they franchise. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, but they missed with Tobias Harris. They gave the wrong free agent the contract to help them win. Now I'm saying that to say the draft picks that they did get were great draft picks, but did it help them win a championship? No, it
So what?
didn't.
It still
Hold
got
on,
them to
we're gonna go to
contention.
LBL. Hold on. But Bill Johnson has a leg to stand on. Y'all fans be talking to Bill Johnson like y'all don't know what he's saying. And like you said, it happened with the 76ers. So I give credit. But are we gonna go to LBL? Then we gonna go to Leaf, man. Talk to us. How you feel about all this?
Yo, Bill Johnson is a funny guy. Of course, the players ain't trying to hear that. The players are supposed to play hard. They're supposed to try their best. You know what I'm saying? That's their job.
Facts.
So, but I'm saying, you know what? One thing I would submit to you, ever since the process started, right? When they first said, "Yo, we're gonna start tanking," and we got to go way back, right? We got to go back to maybe even before Embiid was, drafted, right? If you put their teams up to this year against Brooklyn's teams, I'm sure that they probably made. I'm sure they probably made more money than us, and they probably had more ratings and other things. Even with us having KD and Kyrie for for 2.5 years or so. And so the thing is, my thing is for it, it's like, yeah, they did a process thing where they were tanking and they kept tanking and tanking. We're not saying tank for 5 years. We're
Facts.
saying tank for like, you know, at least for the 2 years that we have these picks. We know in 27 we don't even have our own pick. We have other
Bingo.
people's picks. So, but you tank for these 2 years that are supposed to be generational drafts. I saw that kid tonight. I was watching. I was flipping and everything, but I watched a lot of the especially the first half. Yo, this kid AJ DeBounster scored 18 of the first 36 points. He had
Ooh.
18, his team had 36, and Cameron Boozer's team had 25. So I'm saying,
So
and he
hold on,
was
hold on, hold
doing it
on.
all
Is he
over.
a two guard?
He's sort of like a T Mac. He's sort of like a T Mac. He's like between a two and a three because he's
Right.
tall.
Yeah.
He's tall, but he got handles. Yo, he was hitting the turnaround. He was hitting threes. He was showing vision with the passing and stuff. And he ain't built like what's the name? What's the name is taller? The dude Ace Bailey.
Ace Bailey.
He's taller. Ace Bailey is built more like Zaire Williams, but this dude is like shorter than that, and he don't have like like how Ace Bailey got that freaking high waist. Like he's not built like that. He's built more proportionately so that he can grow more into his body a little bit different.
Ace got long legs. That's what you're trying to
That's
mean.
that's what I'm saying. He
Right.
got a high center of gravity, which is not really the best thing, and that's why his handle don't look as tight. Because what's the name's handle is nice. AJ's handle is nice, and I'm saying he was playing, and then I was telling John when it comes to Boozer, the thing about with Boozer is it's hard to judge him until he gets to college because he really is not going to face too many guys that are as big and strong as him. So it's easy to look like a man among boys with the type of game that he has. So you can't really judge him till he gets to college and then he starts banging with guys. Now, when he stands out with guys that are his size, then you can say, oh, okay, this is who he is. But at least
That's
that's my take on it.
that's a
That's
fair
a good
point,
take.
That's a fair point, LBO. I think what Boozer has shown, what I saw, is he's got versatility. If you look at that 2026 draft, I think Cam Boozer, if he keeps developing, keeps building his body strength up, he might become the most versatile guy in that draft. I like everything that he's shown so far. He could give you scoring, defense, rebounding, shot blocking. Like AJ has the scoring in space. That kid, man, his vision is something special for a young man his age. But Boozer, he's definitely going to give AJ a run for his money on the versatility factor. I look forward to seeing those two duke it out for sure, man.
But I know you want to go to Leaf real quick, but I just want to get back to Bill Johnson, and I'm just saying this stuff about I just want to see them win as many games as possible. It's like I don't understand how you can call yourself a long time net fan and know what's good for the franchise is to tank. We got back them
Facts.
two picks for a
Facts.
reason. We didn't get them two picks back so that we could start winning. Come on, we did that for a reason. That was to me getting those two picks back from Houston was a bigger trade than the Michael Bridges trade
Yeah.
because now it allows us to control our destiny for the next 2 seasons. Get these generational guys, clear some of the cap, and then we
Facts.
could see what we got once we have these guys. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So if he's talking about, oh no, I just want to win, man. You a selfish mother poop. You know what I'm saying? Because all you care about is, oh, did I win tonight when I went to the game?
Facts.
And I'm telling you, when you do, when Breezy gets some of y'all into the clays, that's what some of them is going
Bro,
to be about.
it's like
That's
that
what some of
saying,
them.
bro. It's like winning the battle and losing the war. That's what
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
Yeah, no, ultimately, again, I like the fact that we one of the last 10. I'm not saying I like the fact. I know it's a fact that we one of the last 10 teams or 9 teams that didn't win an NBA championship. I want us to build the right way towards that. And I'm saying that to say I enjoy watching basketball when Kenny Atkinson was the coach. When that stint from his first rookie season as a head coach to the last season he was a head coach, I seen the team progressively get better season after season. If that's the what we talking about, I'm with that. But the difference is, I think after 4 years, we'll be ready to compete for a championship, opposed to just getting our ass whooped in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
But you
We going
remember,
for it.
but if you old enough to remember the Kid era, right? You remember the Kid era, right? Jason
Yeah.
Kidd era. And now what I'm saying to you is like that was a so I gotta give respect to Pod Thorne for saying, he did his thing and trading Marbury to get Kidd. And they drafted Kenyon Martin, and then they drafted Richard Jefferson and Twin and the other guy, right? But here's what I'm saying. We messed up when this dude wanted to bring the team to Brooklyn, Bruce Ratner, he freaking traded Kittles. He didn't want to pay Kenyon his money, and then that's when we effed up. And then to try to just uh, pacify us, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna trade for Vince, knowing all the time, and congratulations to Vince for making the Hall of Fame. But we knew we wasn't winning no chip.
It
All it
wasn't
was
about
about
winning a
Vince.
chip. It was
It was
about
about
selling
filling the
tickets.
box
It
office.
was
Yeah.
about selling tickets.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying when we talk about this, and I think John and I had like a Twitter conversation where I was telling them sometimes there are some teams that they don't really care about winning a chip. They just care about making money. And so
Right,
and
right.
that's why Dame stayed in Portland for so long, because Portland was like, man, if we trade the one guy whose jersey is selling and we know we ain't winning anyway, what are we doing? We need to hold on to him, and that's why they held on to him so long.
But
So
Dame wanted to be held on too. Dame was in the perfect position where he was making a bunch of money and
yeah,
nobody held him accountable.
yeah,
And he didn't give a
exactly,
fuck.
exactly. So they were a match made in heaven, and
Exactly.
now that he got moved, now look what happened. As soon as he moved there, now they could say, well, maybe it's your fault we ain't win because you ain't no freaking holiday. You know what I'm saying?
He
So
definitely ain't no holiday.
Hold on.
yeah,
Hold on. I just want to say, Bill Johnson said, I hope Jordy Fernandez uses podcasts like this one to fire his players up. Good players could be found in the entire draft. Now, I know for one, I'm not going to pretend that I know Jeff Peterson wasn't a big part of the region or helping Sean Marks in the draft. Let's not even pretend like that was not the case. We know that. So, what I will say is that the GM that they did hire was his right hand man. And I'm saying that to say, you seen Sean Marks pull up to the Rucker game. That's what the assistant coach do. I mean, the assistant GM do. He either go to the game or he has somebody go to the game and actually scout these players. They scouting Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper now before the season even start. So I'm saying that to say they on their job. They not gonna. I don't think they miss. Will they be a player like Embiid and like to Bill Johnson's point? You know what I'm saying? I'm like his lawyer right now. You know what I mean? I'm just playing both sides. You know, we all
yeah.
Nets.
So to explain to us about Bill Johnson, what he means that he hopes that this will fire up the players. Who's disrespecting the play? Oh, we're trying to tell the
No,
players lose on purpose. We're
no,
not
no,
saying that.
no. What I'm saying is, what you hold on. Don't do that. LBL, don't do that. It sound like Bill Johnson. Come on, bro. You said that you not telling the players to lose on purpose, but you just said that you want them to tank.
Yes, that's two different things.
Bro, they ain't gonna have no choice to tank anyway. The Nets don't got the
Exactly,
talent to tank.
exactly.
Listen, it was my goal like 10 minutes ago,
Oh
bro.
man, let
I
my
ain't gonna
man
lie
Lee
to
cook.
you.
Go ahead,
Go
Lee.
ahead.
Listen, before I get into anything Nets, man, I just want to focus on the title of this page and talk about something that we all can enjoy. It was arguably the biggest night in Barclays history tonight.
Let's go.
I'm not arguing.
Arguably,
I'm not.
arguably, bro. Like, and it just so happened to be 28 years in the making. for a franchise that's just winning their first championship. I want that all to sink in everybody's minds tonight. 28 years. If
28.
anybody in here can remember what they was doing 28 years ago, man, listen. I love to hear the story somewhere down the line. But 28 years.
Go from today. Hold on, let me do the math first. I mean, 24. Then they carried it. Then I'm gonna be honest with you.
I only asked that question, bro, as a sub. But listen, I look.
1986, bro. Bro. I was in high school.
I wasn't even born yet.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. A lot of this shit is gonna take time, bro. And you just saw a franchise that been in the league since day one, and just now winning their first championship. 28 years. Let it sink in, bro.
No,
Well,
This
but
shit is like I'm here to tell all of y'all, and I want to finish my little soliloquy before we get into the Nets. Before I get into anything Nets, this shit is not fucking easy. It's not. Not even for a team that's playing in a league with 10 teams or 12 teams. It's not goddamn easy. And I swore we was going to lose that game tonight. I swore we was. And I was down to my last New York team that I'm supporting. The Brooklyn Nets don't count. I count Brooklyn as my city and our own city. I don't associate it with anything that says New York on the front of it. Not Rangers, not Mets, and damn sure not the Knicks. So realistically, bro, like like that all got to sink in. Them girls was a part of history, and it was a part of arguably the biggest moment in Barclays Center's history tonight. And not nobody up in there had on the Nets jersey. Not one person. Everything that you saw was Liberty. Everything that you saw, you even saw Spike bum ass come up in there, try to co-sign. Only reason why I call him a bum ass because he a Knicks fan. So realistically, bro, like this whole like the title of this show needs to be shine a light, bro, on the something that we can all be proud of tonight. Because obviously we all ain't proud of the damn Nets, obviously, and it's gonna be a while before we all be proud of them again. It might be 28 years, just like it was for somebody else tonight.
bro, hold on,
Nah,
bro.
Now you tripping.
leave. I'm happy with our future right now, man. I ain't sour grapes. We are in a prime position right now. If we had nothing, Leaf, right now, I'd be
Listen,
agree with you a million
and
percent.
I knew I
I
was gonna
disagree
get a
on that.
reaction out of every last one of y'all, bro.
Bro,
And
you just
all
said
I'm
don't do that.
that and that's
And
what I wanted. All I'm saying is, bro, this shit is not fucking easy. Everybody need to calm down, take a step back, and realize, bro, that we are in a league with 29 other teams. They was in a league with 12, and it took them 28 years to do what they just did tonight. How the hell long you gonna take? How long you think it's gonna take the Nets to get to that point where they just got just about an hour ago?
28 months.
I'm out.
28 months. That's 2 years and a little bit more than that.
28 months. You see,
28
like what you
No, I
asked,
like that, Breeze. That was a good one.
what you asked. No, you don't like that because Breeze has decided to be unrealistic about a serious question.
Why? Because you want to sully up the stream
I'm not.
and
No, I told you in advance I was gonna sully up the stream.
bro,
I
you just
didn't.
said you wasn't going to sully up the stream. You just said that, yo, we should focus on the Liberty and them winning it and not the Nets. And you keep talking about the Nets. You ain't say one thing. You just recapped the whole game for 2.5 hours. Like, you
Look,
ain't said nothing about the Liberty yet. Not for real.
listen. All right, so let me say something about the
You
Liberty.
didn't even get the fans a commercial. Nothing. You just came in here mad and we just won the
I didn't
championship.
come in here mad, bro. Like, I came in
Yo,
here trying to get. I came in here trying to get my time that you promised, bro. But 10 minutes of it got taken away. So realistically, I'm taking it back. My bad. Sorry about that. Apologize to everybody on the podcast. But youtube.com/athlete4788. If you didn't see Leaf is the league tonight, history was made. The New York Liberty are the WNBA champions. I repeat, the New York Liberty are the WNBA champions for the first time in the history of that franchise. And they was in the league with 12 teams for the last 28 years. So realistically, bro, like we really gotta ask ourselves what we need to ask ourselves later on about the Nets. But I'll tell you about the game. The game started off very, very ugly. Nafisa Collier was every bit as advertised. She had 22 points in 44 minutes, and she fouled out of the game, unfortunately. But Minnesota came through with a great defensive game plan. And it worked for the most part until the Liberty said, you know what, let's just go tall. And they had Jacquel Jones, who was the Finals MVP, and I knew she was going to be before the series even started. And I said that she had to be in order for them to win this series. Naira Sabali. If y'all don't know her, look her up. That's Salou Sabali's sister.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Salou Sabali's sister Thornton. They came off the bench and played great minutes, great energy off the bench, and the defense and the energy of the game changed the second that they came in the third quarter, and they put they stamp on the game. Um, Stewie was absolutely dog water on offense, but defensively, man, like she definitely showed up.
Facts.
Sabrina played a horrible game, her damn self, but everybody else they stuck together and they was able to win this series, and they was able to win their first NBA championship. It takes a whole lot, bro.
Hey, Leak,
Brothers,
I think Phoebich and Thornton were real big too. Thornton's energy.
Phoebich, I mentioned Thornton, but Phoebich I forgot to mention. Phoebich, Thornton, Sabali, they came up big. Jacquel Jones, she was getting in her own head, but she stuck with it. She stuck on the rebound. She played inside and stuck to her strengths. She didn't allow herself to get dragged away. Even though Kayla McBride and Nafisa Collier gave them everything bit that they can handle, and they was able to weather the storm. They was able to weather the storm. And gentlemen, I'm here to tell y'all one thing, bro. It takes a whole lot, man. It really takes a whole lot. And y'all just saw it, man, from a team. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all, bro. Like like the stars of that team, the Sabrina and Brianna, they shot poorly, shot very very poorly. But the
Brianna
other stuff
made up
matters.
for her offense, bro. Yo, her defense made up for her offense, man. Seriously.
And
Absolutely,
her
her
free
defense, yeah,
throws.
her defense and her
Her
rebounding
steps
made
and
up
free
for her
throws.
offense.
Hold on,
But
you keep saying it take a lot, and I'm trying to add to that. It take a lot of defense. Defense wins championships. In those 4 games you seen pretty much the game get ended by one shot or less. I mean, a few shots or less. And I'm saying that to say that sometimes defense is what win the game, not the offense. And tonight, I ain't gonna lie, man. Coaching was good because I ain't gonna lie. The one of the first thing, like we wasn't hitting 3 pointers all night, right? And the first thing you do in overtime is hit a 3 pointer. You set the whole tone, and you got the fans got your back. So you got the fans involved right off the first play. When I seen that, I say, yeah, that's a good coach. You know what I'm
Facts.
absolutely,
And wait,
absolutely.
Precy, can I just add this? The Minnesota coach, he's a 4-time champion. So that team was well coached and they busted their asses
Gee,
every game. That is one of the
That
best WA women finals I've seen. That's definitely top 3 all time right now. No cap,
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely. To move just to pass before I pass the ball, I just want to say congratulations to those women on that team. Everybody from top to bottom, the coaching staff, the organization, and everybody, man. This is definitely one to remember because it happened in Barclays Center. It happened like 15 minutes from where I'm sitting at right now. Like literally 15 minutes, bro. Like I could drive there. So like this is definitely history. One of the biggest moments um in the history of Brooklyn, and one of the biggest moments in the history of Barclays Center. Man, I'll never forget it.
man, I wish I could follow you up because I got a unique historical perspective on the Liberty, and that is I remember the 28 years ago, and I remember who was the hot team, right? And part of that is, and it was interesting watching Rebecca Lobo. It was interesting watching Rebecca Lobo do the game, and it was interesting seeing T Witherspoon in the stands, right? Because they basically were the Liberty for a long time, right? You know,
Right.
Right.
and but one of the things that I was looking at, because like I know a lot of Nets fans who go to the games and they got all involved ever since they left like MSG and then they went wherever and then they came back. Once Cy got into it, then they started going to the Liberty games, in the summer and everything. But I had a unique perspective because like my thing was the reason that it took them 28 years to win was because outside of like Witherspoon, they used to try to win all the time, like with white players, and it seemed like everybody else had the best black players. Like Houston had Cheryl Swoops and Cooper and all these people, and then like they was just trying. So like I was wondering, like under Dolan's watch, are you really just trying to sell tickets, or are you really trying to win? You know what I'm saying? And we
Dolan
back to that same thing
Dolan
again.
didn't give a shit about that team, bro. Dolan sent that team to Westchester
Yeah,
to
but
die.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like because he probably thought well he had something, and then this is what I'm saying. A lot of times, like when I looked at them, it's like, and it's ironic, like who you said was the MVP, because when I was watching it, I'm like, this girl is freaking 1 for 17, and they ain't sitting her ass down and let someone else get a chance. It was reminding me of Starks. In '94. But I'm like, yo, I understand you dance with who brought you to the dance, right? But
Yeah,
but
but
my thing is, man, it took them sisters to really start banging and throwing their weight around and stuff to really get this game going. And
Right.
and and, and I'm gonna tell you, that was a real controversial call at the end, like of
No,
regulation.
you talking about
Because that
before overtime or on
yeah, because
on, on
that
Stewie?
woman that 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 woman didn't foul our center, Brianna Stewart.
Stewart.
She hit her
Yeah.
hand though, so that's how it looked to them.
I
So
was like, as soon as I seen they said, "Oh no, the call is not overturned," I was like, "Wow,
yeah,
this
I
should
mean,
sound
well,
rigged."
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not going with the R word on that, bro, because it was
hold
a
on.
lot of calls that didn't go the Liberty way all night long, and
right.
that was
Last
the one,
game too, though.
and that was the one call. That was the one call that, like, that people is deciding that's questionable, bro. Like if somebody from New York. You know what the crazy thing about everything that you're saying, bro? Somebody from New York
Hmm.
is gonna try to downplay that championship tomorrow on that on sports media, on some sports media network.
Yeah, but they have an agenda. They have a real agenda
LeBron
because
James said something about it tonight. I saw it on
I'm
Twitter.
saying
He's the one who
they
says that
probably
that
have a
call was
real
bad.
agenda.
He
I'm
started
happy for
something
all
there.
Liberty fans and everything, and I'm happy for the Barclays. You know what I mean? So they have a real agenda. I don't have any agenda about well, the WNBA is whack or whatever. I don't have that kind of thing going on for me. I was like impartial. I really wasn't a Liberty fan because I look at the type of players that people have, and like that's what makes me like certain teams. It's not just a homegrown thing for me. So when I see the kind of players that they have, and that's why, like if you ask me all time, that it's like, yeah, I love those Houston Comet teams because of how Cooper played and how Swoops played and how what's that sexy one with with the big lips? Thompson, right?
Tina Thompson.
Yeah. So I liked how they played, and it's like that's what made me a fan of them, even when they came to New York and played against New York Liberty. But I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. We had Lobo. I love Teresa Witherspoon's grit, and I respect her. So, but I'm saying, but in terms of that's what makes we all pick teams for different reasons. Some of us just pick them because they playing in Brooklyn. So if that's what it is, that's what it is.
Because it's something that you could call home, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I put it to you this way, and just to add on to it,
Can y'all
it's
hear
some
me?
yeah, I get you.
Can y'all stop cutting me off? Like I let y'all talk for like 10 minutes straight. Thank you. But I'm trying to get to what LBL said about the call. Again, when the ref called him, he said why he made the call is because she didn't have a feet set. And when you see Stewie draw contact, she didn't push off. So she created the space. And even though she put up her hand straight, this is why I won't debate that it was a tough call to make. But it's a tough call to make. I'm not all the way with it or all the way against it. But he made the call and she knocked down the free throws. Now I'm saying that to say she still got to knock down the free throws, and she wasn't knocking down no free throws, bro. She was missing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Oh, for her to knock down those free throws, I thought that was huge. Um,
Massive.
right, because at the end of the day, the ball, they say the ball don't lie, so she still got to make the free throws, and she been cold for the like she in game one. Didn't we lose because she missed the free throw? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So I'm saying it is what it is, and at the end of the day, these these um these players that came off of the bench like Sabali, I mean, again, my thing is a good coach is not going to win and lose. You're not going to live and die with your quote unquote superstars if they having terrible shooting nights, even if they in the finals. You gave Sabrina mad shots. And when I was looking at it at halftime, I was like, yo, they need you at least no. I was on this channel. I was like, yo, they should be feeding the ball to JJ, give it a ball a whole night. Put pressure on them, make them draw the double team. We wasn't hitting no 3 points, 3 pointers at all. And I'm saying that to say we forced a lot of that because we didn't want to go away from the game plan. But going into the bench, the coach going to the bench the way she did and going away from the game plan and adjusting in game situations, seeing Sabali come off the bench and steal a ball from the future in clutch time, you got to credit some of that to the coach. And
No,
then
she that she do get credit for that though. She put like she hasn't
what
really played Sabali in crunch time minutes like that, and she saw a matchup that she knew she had to go bigger. You know what I mean? And it paid off.
facts. Facts. Yeah, go ahead, man. That's all I want to say. Shit, I'll be trying to get a word in on my own shit.
But to be fair though, bro, I wanted to say something. Minnesota is such a good defense team. Like if you
Right.
paid attention, and they're big as hell too. They're big. They're a good defensive team, and they well coached. They switch very well. Like so, the Liberty, they really wasn't like they couldn't really get into the paint. You know what I mean? Like you could tell, like Sabrina, she couldn't really get in there, and nobody could really get in the paint and do what they needed to do to break down the defense. So the only other way they was going to be able to break that defense down, I agree with you, Breezy, was to get the ball inside to John Quell Jones and then open it up from the inside out. But the Liberty were playing fucking hot potato with the basketball on the perimeter because nobody act like they wanted to penetrate and get downhill and penetrate Minnesota's defense and
I
put
think
pressure on them.
I
I
think when
hope I hope
Phoebe
Sean
started,
Marks was watching. I hope Sean Marks was watching because it's like, wait a minute, you mean you can win basketball games by taking it inside? You can get physical and play that way and win
And not in
a
the
Right.
NBA.
championship?
Not in the
Oh,
NBA.
snap.
you see the title I had last night.
And the NBA is much different, and
Old-fashioned
you know that,
three-pointers.
bro. Let's not go there.
No, but the old fashioned 3 pointers, that's Brooklyn basketball. Yo, I swear to you. And again, all of
Yep.
that was happening up northeast, even if it wasn't directly in New York City, and some of that was in New York City. They made a whole entire movement, a whole entire basketball movement called and one because that's what we were saying when you went up somebody's chest. You playing in the park, you cross somebody over, you get to the basket, you get 3 points because it's a and one. You get the
Yep.
fast two, bro. We had a whole culture of and one. Like, don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. This is what Brooklyn basketball is supposed to represent. I'm not saying we gotta go away from 3 pointers. Just make sure them shits is and one too. Mix that in. Mix that in. Say, all right, when you drive the lane, you drive hard. Somebody like Cam Thomas, he
You
drove
gotta have
hard.
the players and the mismatches to do it.
The
They
whole
had
time.
Jacquel Jones
Bro,
and set some little turds on her tonight, bro, and that's why she was able to do it. When they double teamed and when they put the team structure defense on her, she had a hard time.
Oh,
but
she had a hard time.
Nobody
we
really shot well. I watched 3 hours of that game. Please,
she
please
shot
don't
well.
make me seem
She shot well.
don't make me seem
Jacko
like
Jones.
I didn't see it.
Can I
Jacko
just
Jones.
can I just
Jacko
say
Jones.
this?
Hold on, hold on,
Sorry.
hold on. Hold on. We gonna go to you, John. I just want to say this. That's the offense making the defense react by they having to double. Jacquel Jones is making the defense react. Now we get to do more we want to do because we know what they're gonna do because they doing what they doing because of what we doing. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, Jacquel Jones was in Sabali and in the bench. Like, bro, listen, man, that coach deserve a fucking Finals MVP. because a lot of coach ain't got the no pun intended the balls to go deep in their bench in the last game of the season, the finals, to say, you know what, I'm not going to put all of this on the starters. I'm gonna go deep in the bench and give them real chances to help us win this game, bro. Sabali got 13 points in 17 minutes. That's hoping. Where I'm from, that's hoping for any basketball player. So again, like I'm a fan now, man. Go ahead, yo. I just want to say I'm a fan of the Liberty, man. They
Facts.
coach too,
Oh,
bro.
man.
She did her thing, bro. Like she ain't just got a bunch of talent on her team. She didn't live and die with her superstars, Inesco and Stewie. She actually, you know what I'm saying? The shot selection got more versatile in that second half, and that was impressive. So yeah,
That
man.
was
That
that was that was impressive, and I think like when she went tall with the tall lineup, and then threw Sabali and Thornton up in there, and with that lineup, there was a bit of an advantage there. But defensively, bro, the only person that was able to take advantage of that was Kayla McBride. Kayla
Yeah,
McBride helped. She hit some shots down the stretch, and she got some one-on-one matchups that was very favorable. When she got Jaquel out, it was like she went right by her, man, and like she was going to buy a cone. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Right.
bro.
yeah, yeah,
Man, what you expect from us? She supposed to have help, bro. Kayla McBride is a whole two guard. I seen the cross she hit Jacquel Jones with, like, but damn, it's all
she
good. You held it down, Josh. Shout out to Jacquel Jones. You held it down. You did what you could. you
Yo, she
know?
she sprained her ankle tonight. She acted like nothing happened. I looked at the review. She sprained her ankle full on, like it bent,
for a
and
long
she was
yeah,
like
Ben.
nothing. Like that was badass
I
for
mean, it,
Jones.
it was the last game of the year, man. There ain't no time to be figuring
Hmm.
out what you know what I'm saying. So in that
Yeah, the
moment,
most grown man in the NBA would have limped and been like, "I can't come back at this." She's just like, "I'm ready. Let's go." Like that was badass. That's a moment I won't forget.
but I don't want to make this game seem like you could just throw that type of strategy in an NBA game, because everybody knows that you can't, bro. Like this is the reason why it happened in a WNBA game and not in the NBA game, because if you do that in the NBA game, 9 times out of 10, you getting fucking smacked out of the building. Like they not going for that. So, but in terms of the WNBA, bro, like I think both teams play very well. But the Liberty wavered the storm. Um, they was able to hold off, man, and they was able to maintain their poise and find another way to win the game, do the defense and do the rebounding and do the other stuff. It wasn't
Right.
pretty. It wasn't
well,
offense. It
they
wasn't
had
an
the
offensive
personnel.
night.
They had the
Yeah,
personnel.
yeah, yeah. They had the
No,
personnel
I'm
and it
saying,
wasn't
so
pretty.
when you say that, it's not that you can't win like that in NBA. It's like you got to have the legitimate personnel to win like that. You ain't gonna win like that with a freaking 220-pound Claxton.
I mean, but at the same time, you're not gonna win like that with a 320 pound uh uh
Jack,
dude that
Oh, but
what I,
nah, but hold on. Listen. Again, y'all gotta realize first and foremost. Remember, Claxton. If you utilize him the right way, he could be an asset to your team.
and what's the
It,
right way?
prioritizing his defense over offense.
Okay,
Don't making the focal point of what you want from a Claxton defense.
and
Opposed
break down bit by bit. How do you do that?
easily. You make sure as far as defensive schemes, you see where he's best at. And from what I can see as a fan, he's best at the weak side. He's best at but with somebody like Clowney, we only seen a small sample size, so it's hard to say. But him with KD defensively, they were good. They were, both of them were in the top 10 in blocks. And again, I'm just talking about the defensive side of the ball. They were the top 10 in blocks. We were fairly good on defense. You know what I mean? We wasn't great, like amazing, incredible, but we weren't bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say that, Clax on the defensive side of the ball, he could play the perimeter. So if you put him in a pick and roll situation, he'll have in my opinion, he'll have the offense shooting less than 50%. You know what I'm saying? Less than 40, probably like 30%. And again, I always refer to this, and I'll pass the ball around. I seen, and you know how they say Dame time. It was fourth quarter. And this was when Dame was in Poland, and it was a pick and roll, and Clax was on Dame for the last shot of the game, and he passed that shit up. Dead ass. He was not trying to score over Claxton in the last play of the game. And I'm just saying that to say that somebody like Jordy Fernandez, who predicates his coaching on defense first, it could utilize Claxton a lot of different ways on the defensive side of the ball. Prioritizing him there, you would get the most out of Clax. But on offense is just a different, it's just a different conversation. But defensively, Jordy, you know what I'm saying, he could win with Clax. So
I mean, well, defensively, you mentioned a good thing with KD, the KD aspect of it, but you really didn't say shit. The reality is that Claxton at the five, and the way that the league is going, is probably that his style of play probably won't age well, because now that I'm seeing the center position go back to more grit, and more being physical around the paint with Klingon, who
Edie.
had 20 rebounds, and Zach Edey, who it don't look like nobody could stop if he get one on ones. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's looking light, but at the same time, we got a
Well,
lot of problems to
why would
fix.
I say ain't shit when it's such a small sample size of what you talking about? And more time, 9 times out of 10, these teams in the NBA trying to score from the 3 point line more than get into the paint. So the sample size of what I'm talking about is more than the sample size of what you're talking about. So I don't see how you could call it such a
I
thing.
It
don't
is.
know.
It is for
It,
now.
it, it is for now,
But
but at the
I'm
same
just
time,
saying,
but at
we
the
talking
same
about
time,
that. We
only
talking
only
about
only. But the only reason why I said it the way I said it is because of what I know is eventually is going to evolve into. What it's going to evolve into, what he's there for 4 years, 100 mil.
these hypotheticals, man.
It is hypotheticals, but my hypotheticals hit like oxtails and dumplings, bro.
But
I just can't
I'm
help
talking
it.
about right now, though, man. That's
Yeah,
rice
yeah,
and
I know he's
hypotheticals.
talking about right now. Well, right now, bro, like we're in no limit. We're in no limit tank mode, bro. Like that's what we in.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
people
one of
don't
the
believe we
things
in
with
it, but that's
Claxton,
what we in.
That's not
one of the
facts,
things
bro.
with
That's not all
Claxton
facts.
is, I think one of the things with Claxton is the thing that I think is I want him to still play great defense. I want him to be a double double guy, and then most importantly, he's got to get his free throw shooting up to about 70%. Because if he doesn't, he's gonna be getting the Gobert treatment later on in the fourth quarter, because you need to be able to you don't have to be a guy that they run plays for, but you got to be able to hit like 2 out of 3 of your free throws.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, nah, I hear ya. I hear ya. No, go ahead, man. I don't want to stop you. I keep cooking.
And
I
listen,
just
I think Jordy Nelson, I think he has a pretty decent strategy in terms of how he wants to use Claxton, and even how in terms of how he wants to use BS, aka bullshit. Um, Put him out there with four other shooters, and make sure you be getting up the court as fast as possible. We want you to run, 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 move as fast as possible. The second that you get the defensive rebound, don't turn it in, try not to turn it into a half court possession. Get out and move. Get out and keep running, bro. Like, so I expect Claxton to take defensive rebounds and basically go and push the ball as far as he could push it with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make the passes, see the floor. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. He could do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he ain't great at everything, but he could do a little bit of everything. But like, I expect that type of coaching style from Jordy Nelson. That seems like the direction that he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? And it's really up to Claxton's improvement in transition situations and off of defensive stops and off of rebounds. To see how he elevates his game during that. Because the faster he plays, I think the more better he's gonna play. If they playing slow half court set and that type of shit, man, nah, I don't agree with it. So I mean, we'll see, man. Like, I mean,
Right.
we'll see what it look like. So.
Hey Breezy, one of the good things that I saw, like that the announcer was saying during the high school game, was that, and he was pointing it out, and I think he pointed it out accurately, that the thing with AJ DeBenster and with Cameron Boozer and his brother Caden Boozer were that all of their stuff that they was getting, all of the offense that they were getting was like through the flow of the game. So nobody was going nut. Nobody was just, I mean, they were always looking to make the right pass first and then only shooting when they knew they had the advantage. And they were saying, well, hopefully with these two guys, like they're seniors, they're the two best seniors in high school. Maybe other young players will start looking at them and saying, oh, that's the better way to play. So that's what he was trying to project onto them because we got away from that, like with a lot of this AAU ball where it's like, nah, just give me the rock and let me go 1-on-1. And it's like now if these guys start setting the trend, it could mean, the basketball, a better brand of basketball could be in the future.
It's interesting you bring that up, LBO, because what Jordy's trying to do with Cam is to try to get him away from 1-on-1. He wants him to be a two that is like a more of a free flowing scoring guard. Either you get the ball, you make the right pass, or if you have a good shot, you take it. It's interesting to see how Thomas will adjust to that because that last game, it kind of looked like he didn't enjoy that. So it'll be interesting to see if Thomas finds more of a comfortability with being a two guard that can be free flowing in the offense, but not have to focus too much on one stuff for sure.
Cam, to me, he looked like he did everything the coach said. So, like I said, I told Breezy last podcast that I was impressed by in the last couple of games because he wasn't forcing things, and that's
Right.
and so like if he's showing he's coachable, who am I to say, oh, he needs to sit? Nah, let him play.
No, Cam was doing great for the first three games. I thought he was doing really well with the program. Just that last one, that's kind of the worry. If he's doing
Nah,
that
but see,
role and he
nah,
goes away from his shot too much, you don't want that as well. You want Thomas
nah,
to
but
still be aggressive when he can.
But
That
here's
was
the
the only
thing.
thing.
Here's the thing that you're looking at. It's not about it's not about the actual production. It's how he's playing. Sometimes the
Right.
shots go in and sometimes they don't. He was still playing the same. He was still playing a team game. He was
Hmm.
adjusting his game to what Jordy was saying. It's like if the shots don't go in, they don't go in. But
Hmm.
that has nothing to do with it. It's showing that Cam is being coachable, and that's the most
Right.
important thing. It's not a matter of whether the shot's winning or not, because that'll happen some nights, and some nights it won't.
No, that's a good point. I mean, you just don't want Thomas though to be too laissez-faire, where it's like he doesn't want to try to get his shots in because he had chances where he could, but he just made the pass. And some people were like, "Oh, why are they trying to get Cam to go away from what he does?" But like you said, it's buying into the program, which is good for him. That's how he'll get a contract after this year if he keeps doing that.
Well, I mean, he's gonna just turn into a better basketball player. Put
Right.
it that way. That's what you want for everyone. If he's a better basketball player, we're a better team.
Right. And I'll say that Zaire Williams is definitely buying into the program. I mean, his defense is so on fire right now. With his first defensive thing he had against the Raptors, dude nearly bust his ass against the announce table. I never seen that preseason Brooklyn basketball in a while. Like that type of energy and focus is what Jordy wants from these young guys. Like you gotta have hustle. If you're not out there hustling and busting your ass, I don't want to play you. So that's pretty good that Zaire's buying into that too. That's gonna show
I think
more.
it's good too, John, because a lot of these players got something to play for. I
Yep.
mean, they all right now. They basically all playing on Jeremy Lin contracts money when he was laying on Landry Field's couch. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? So like, I mean, the reality is that like they can make names for themselves and they could get spots and if not in this place in other places, man, because that's kind of where the team wants to go, and the front office don't want to spend too much money any damn way. But at the same time, Zaire Williams, I did like his defense, his athleticism, his shot. I like it. I like the look of his shot. That shit just don't go to fuck in. But
He got 1-3 in. He's working on it, but he's trying to
uh,
show it.
the shot look good, but it just don't go to fuck in.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I agree with what Bill Johnson is just putting out there. There's nothing wrong with Cam's game. He's progressing and doing everything he's asked to do. And that's what I said. If he does that, how can you be mad? It's like, hey, he's doing it.
Right.
all in all, bro, I'm listen. All
I,
what I'm looking for this year, It's just, progression from the players, man. Like, if we lose 50 something games by a combined 60 something points, bro, like I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? Because that just tells me that we was in them games, man. We just
Right.
probably need something different, and just need to run something more down the stretch and everything, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of teams that we just not better than. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is. But
Right. And I just
you
want to
know,
say something that Bill Johnson said. He said that Jordy needs to look at our fight of speeches for motivation. Listen, Jordy's already calling these guys out on what they're not doing. Like, some people got upset. He was telling Clowney, like, you should have done better against Andre Drummond. And people like, he's not even up to Drummond's physical stature, so how could he be hard on the kid? But this is who Jordy is. He's very transparent. Like, I'd rather have a transparent coach that's telling a young guy like that now, and not a Steve Nash coach that's just going to dap you up after the 12-game lose streak saying, you did great out there, kid. Like, Jordy's not that type of guy. Like, he even
You,
told Dennis Schroeder, you've been around for a long time. You should be playing better. And some people are like, oh, Dennis is going to get pissed. What is Dennis got to get pissed about? He's trying to compete for a new contract. Like, Jordy is going to be honest with you. He's going to tell you what you don't want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And I like that from Jordy. I think that's what this team has been missing from the coaching aspect. You don't
I,
need a
I,
best friend coach. You need
I
a
think
guy who's
your
going to be upfront with
perspective.
you.
I think your perspective, and this came up the other night too. I think that your perspective is that this is how you see it, but it may not be how the players see it. They might see
Mhm.
it differently. Like, you could tell me all of that. Like, once the cameras leave, you don't need to be telling. You don't need to be so transparent with the media
Right,
and
but
putting my
LBL,
name
that's
out.
what's wrong in this era of basketball.
No,
We're in the
no, no. I'm
sensitive
saying
era.
it's
We're
not
in the
wrong.
sensitive. Like, he can't
Not
tell Ben Simmons you
You know what, like, what I'm
that
saying
because
is,
Clowney's
it's not
young.
wrong if you're not taking accountability too. Because
Mhm.
even as much as, like, everyone got on Ben Simmons, like, after he passed up the layup with the Philly thing and all that, it wasn't Doc's place to say, like, to throw him under the bus publicly. And they still had another game to play. It's like, wow, okay. You know what I'm saying?
they
It's like,
didn't have they didn't have
oh no,
another
that
game to
was it.
play. That was
That was
game
it,
7.
right? That was
That
it.
was
Yeah,
game
that's game
Sorry.
7.
seven.
My
Yeah.
bad.
And the
But
thing is, it was more of a subliminal, but
yeah,
I understood what it was, bro. Like, first off, it's a grown ass man in the league, bro. Like, ain't no time to be delicate. And I
Right.
understand on the cameras. Now I understand the difference between in the public and then back in the locker room, this, that, and the third. But there was a lot of things in the locker room and in that franchise that was going Ben Simmons' way. Ben Simmons got drafted, man. Like, they didn't hold it. That nobody held him accountable for not having a jump shot. They tried
I
to
agree with you.
maximize a lot of the things
Facts.
that he didn't have. Nobody held him
I
accountable
I agree
when he
with you.
didn't do
Yep.
certain things on the court and do that. Nobody held. They just focused on the fact that he was 6'10" and he could move. Like, first off, he really wasn't even supposed to be the point guard. That was supposed to be Markel Fultz. So that didn't work out. But, like, they just decided to just keep him there anyway. But it wound up being the best playmaker.
The
But
worst thing that ever
the
happened
fact
to
of the
him was
matter
that
is,
coach. Yeah,
the
was the
fact of
first
the
coach.
matter is, Ben Simmons was never held accountable for shit that he wasn't being improving on, that he wasn't doing on the court. He was only being raised. He was only being held high and being raised up and getting pat on the back for stuff that he was doing on the court. He never could
One
took it.
hundred
He
percent.
never could
Yep.
take constructive criticism. He never could take any of that. And when you have that type of soft mindset in a city like Philly, in a city like New York, or in a city like Brooklyn, man, we don't have time for that. We don't.
Mm.
Right.
Fan
And
bases don't have time for that. I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, listen, Evan Turner found out the hard way when he played in Philly, and then when he played in Boston, he found
Hmm.
out the hard way. Now he still got Now he still got the Fantasia THs, and he going around talking about how the league is this and the league is that. Come
yeah,
on, man. Like, yo,
even Victor Wembanyama called out people. He said, "There's some people in this league that I used to look up to. Now it's like to see, like I see how they're going about their business. It's like I don't respect it. Like that's how some people in the fan base mindset feel. It's like these guys get so emotional over the littlest of things, and then they just try to crater the whole team as like revenge or something. It's like that wouldn't have happened back in the '90s. You do that type of stuff, they wouldn't let you play." Now it's like these guys get away with this little BS and they make millions of dollars. What do they have to feel sad or whine about? You get paid millions of dollars while people are fighting for scraps to survive right now. It blows my mind sometimes. how these guys can't handle, like you said, leave the criticism
Well,
because you've been in the league for a while now, so it shouldn't bother you.
but the only thing with Jordy is it's okay to say, well, Dennis, you could do this. Clowney, you could do this. But he also has to say, and this offense that I tried didn't work. Or this defense that I did, I went away from. He's got to take some accountability too. You can't
I,
just say,
I agree, LBL, but he's also still getting adjusted to his team. The problem is with the
you
vets
giving
on
him
his
an
team.
excuse. You
No,
giving
I'm
him an
not.
Yeah,
Listen,
excuse. You're not giving the
hold
players
up.
an excuse.
The accountability and the excuses, bro, don't just go on our team. They go all around the league, bro.
right.
And we talked about it in the last 20 years. We have told players, bro, like, yo, you don't have to live up to what Kareem and Jordan and all of them players did. Hey, we could just create our own milestones and just get up in the. No, you do have to pass the incumbent. You do have to live up to what they did because they busted their ass to set that milestone and to set that standard for players and for excellence and professionalism and all of that in the 90s and the 80s, bro. And then you come around and then everybody just immediately says, man, ain't nobody going 6-0 in the fight. Ain't nobody winning 6 MVPs again. Ain't nobody doing this again. How do you know? Did we
Yeah.
say that? Did we say that about what? Wasn't we saying nobody was going to average a triple double ever again? And guess what? It happened like 4 different times. And when it did happen, what did you do? You basically tried to nullify it by saying, "Oh yeah, Russ was just chasing that man. This that the third." But had it been somebody that you like that did it, and the media, and I'm
Mhm.
talking in terms of the media and everybody else that had it been somebody that you like that did it, you wouldn't have said that shit.
And
The fact that
ultimately,
somebody that you didn't support did that shit, it was a problem.
and ultimately, the one thing that you can't take away from him, that what's the name actually loved it, because I seen it in the all the smoke video, the interview with Oscar Robertson. He loves Russ. He respects him, and you know why? Because the one thing that anyone could complain anything about Russ, but you can't say he doesn't play hard. He plays hard all the time.
No, it's a fair point, man.
That's what Jordy's looking for. He's looking for you, don't keep making the same mistakes. Play hard, play for something, play for your teammates. And then, you do that and you're doing your job. And that's why I'm saying Cam so far, Cam has looked pretty good in terms of he's not forcing shots. He's giving people a chance and this and that. And that's now if they tell him go to work, he's gonna go to work. So that's
Facts.
all. That's the only thing that has to happen. He has to show he's a good soldier. You do that, and I don't have any complaints with you because I'm saying we all know Claxton plays hard. I'm just saying, well, the one thing that you got to work on is them free throws, right? And that's and going back to Leaf's point, the worst thing that ever happened to Ben Simmons was when he had that first coach, I guess, was it Brett Brown or someone like that? And then he was like, "We don't care if he never hits a jump shot. We don't care if he scores it all." It's like that was you're aiding and abetting this guy. You're letting
Right.
him think that he's a superstar who doesn't have to score. He's a superstar who doesn't have to hit free throws or hit jump shots. And
Right.
that's the worst thing that ever happened to him.
And Jock Vaughn too. Don't forget him. He said, "I don't need Ben to score." I'm like, wow. You just continued aiding and abetting, like you just said. So like, that's what you don't want. You don't want a coach that enables a guy to not play to his full potential. And also, I would say this: Jalen Wilson. He's been the model example of what Jordy's looking for. A guy who was picked out of the 50th round, something like that, in the second round, 50 something. Like to come in and just bust his ass every day, earn his minutes, improve on what he can improve on, and getting that start this past weekend. Like Jalen has done everything he's been asked to do. And that's kind of what Jordy's looking for, a culture guy, a glue guy that shows up, plays, and just does what he's got to do. Wilson's definitely going to carve out a role for this team as far as what Jordy's looking for. So that's been good to see as well.
Yeah, I remember one of the Twitter arguments was with about Keon Johnson, and somebody said he probably won't be, he may not even be in the league in 2 years. And I'm like, the thing with him is he's probably our best athlete, but he still needs to learn how to play basketball. So this is what the development years are for. Give him, show him how to play, show him what he's doing. He has to learn how to play on the fly because he came into the league at 19 just based on athletic potential. So he's got to
And
learn.
you absolutely right. But here's the thing. It's been said plenty of times that the NBA, they pick and choose who they want. They don't just pick and choose who they want to draft. They pick and choose who they want to keep, and that goes for all 30 teams. The thing about all 30 of these teams is like, nobody's doing like, outside of Miami, nobody's doing picking up guys that's undraft like that's been drafted and cast offs, and they got drafted at 19, but they just now starting to play they first 25, getting a rotation of an NBA team at the age of 24, and they finally start playing 15, 20 something minutes. Outside Miami, ain't nobody really doing that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, so the reality is that a lot of it's a lot of young players that's coming in the league that's getting promised and getting they not only have
hmm
the athletic ability, they not only have
hmm
the body type, they don't not only have the frame, they not only have the off court and the interview abilities, bro. A lot of them have that. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of players on our team that probably don't. We don't know. We don't know for sure, but that might be part of the reason why they just now starting to get maybe 20, 25 minutes on a team that's just so happen to be sub 500 and quote unquote tanking,
yeah,
because nobody really cares about them that much. And if they start doing good, guess what? And they start to get put on a team that's like kind of mid and kind of maybe have a 500 record, you start to see where they really are. They was playing good on this team last year. That's because they were garbage. That's because that team didn't have shit to play for. That's because they was getting a lot of minutes. When they start playing in important basketball, there's a difference between playing on 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes a game on a team that's supposed to win 20 games and playing on 25, 30 minutes a game, that a team that's winning 41 games or a team that's winning 50 games. It's very, very different. And you start
yeah,
to see it. So like the thing is like, don't put too much high stake on a lot of these players just because we getting them. There's a reason why we getting them all after the fact.
yeah. I understand. When you're saying that, my mind went straight to two people who, in this day and age, well, three people in this day and age, it may have been, because of the eras are different and because the money is so much, it might really be different for them. Because I was thinking about Jermaine O'Neal. Remember, he got drafted like when he was like 17 or something, and he just sat on that bench until until
Until he eventually got traded to the Pacers. Yep.
yeah, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Or I think about Kwame Brown, who, when you listen to any of them podcasts from some of the, anyone who's not Gilbert Arenas, when you listen to some of them other dudes like Jahidi White and all them, they was like, and Eton Thomas and all, they was like, yo, Kwame was busting people's ass. He deserved to play, but it was like the politics of Michael Jordan and Doug Collins and whatever was going on with Washington back then. But he definitely deserved to be developed. And then they snatched all that confidence away from him. And then that's really what happened to him from the beginning. And so not to say that he deserved to be number one, but I'm saying he definitely had some kind of talent. And then when you say that, I'm thinking of the guy that we picked up from Philly, Okafor. Okafor came at a wrong time for us because he definitely showed in his rookie year that he could play. He averaged I think he averaged 15 the first year and 17 and a half the second year while they was tanking.
He was being used in a part of that tanking process,
Yeah,
and then he had that fight outside of the club where he left somebody leaking, and that was basically the end of him.
yeah, but I'm saying, but so the thing is, yeah, they do develop who they want to and who they don't want to, but it's like and like all the time, I'm at the Barclays and I'm like, yo, we need to give this kid a chance, and it's like, no, nah, man, it's just the game has passed him by. He got that old school game. Now the game has evolved, and it's like it's how the coaches choose for us to play. That's what it is. And it's like, like even right now. So we're on our fourth coach, right? We had Atkinson, we had Vaughn, then we had Nash, then we had Vaughn. Oh, then we had what's the name, right? The guy from Connecticut, right? For a little bit. And now
Holly.
and now we got Jordy. And so now the thing that'll be interesting to watch with Jordy is, are you your own man, or are you just another clone of what Sean Marks thinks the game should be? So that's an interesting, for me. I'll be watching that. I won't be like sneaking around the corner saying, "Aha, I knew you was this Sean Marks puppet." But what I'm saying is, and it's gonna be hard to tell, like in the first two tanking years. But it's like, are you gonna just let them play straight up basketball when it's called for that? Y'all could go ahead.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying by that, but like it's not gonna be no way to tell until this team starts making leaps and bounds and start being at least somewhat serious and we're in the range of a 500 ball club.
Yeah,
Right now, bro, like we probably a 250 ball club or 300. I don't even know.
yeah.
Be honest with you, but so right now
It's
it
all
just
about
seems.
habits, right? It's all
Yeah,
about.
yeah. It's all about, okay, yo, let's see what you could do, because I ain't gonna lie, when you in the shitter, like it seemed like they'll hire anybody. We seen Julius Randle, bro, like, and I don't want to bring this up. We seen Julius Randle get picked up, bro. Like when he got picked up, Stephen A. Smith was throwing his jersey all over the floor, and it wound up turning into a couple of playoff appearances and a couple of All NBA selections.
Yeah,
That front office wasn't expecting him to do that. They wasn't.
Yo, what they did to Randall was horrible, man. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy,
they
the
wasn't. Yeah,
guy
they wasn't.
finally
That
leads
that
you to
front
the
office wasn't
playoffs,
expecting him to do that.
and then the
That front.
following year you boo the guy. Like, come on, man. Like, and that's on them. They should have protected Randall more, and they didn't. They just let him out to dry.
hold
Like
up.
that was a fail on their part.
You see what Aaron said? He said that even though Okafor could score and he could play, you can't win with that style. And really
Well, here's the thing.
wrong.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Like, can you win with that style as your number one? Because that's what he was on that. When he was going off for Philly that year, he was their number one.
Yeah, no balance. Yeah,
Yeah, there wasn't no balance towards the rest of the team. Right? We all know Philly was losing games on purpose,
yeah,
and then the league put a rule in place, say no tanking. And guess what? The San Antonio Spurs basically did that last year, and they got rewarded with Wemby.
yeah.
So realistically, it's all about who they like. It's all about who you are, because we all know the Spurs been in the NBA's good graces, um,
Right.
ever since 1997. Like realistically. So, but I'm not even gonna go there and harp on another team. The fact of the matter is, the NBA is more business and more business driven and more business oriented than what we seen tonight in Barclays.
Oh, that,
It's way more business and way more.
that's what, and that's what I always have. That's what I'm always speaking with John about. That he got to that you got to remember, all 30 teams ain't there trying to win a championship. Some is just trying to break even. Some is trying to make money, and then some are trying to win a championship. It's different ideas for different people.
No, you're right about that LBL, but the great thing about Brooklyn is that, and it was on a chart on Twitter, is that the Nets are in such a great position considering what happened with the failure of the Big Three. The fact that the Nets have the most draft cap in the league, and that three-quarters of the teams that are competing right now for something, they have no assets left. In new CBA era, if you don't have draft capital and are a flexible team, you either pay heavy penalties or you lose or win. Like it's that simple. So the fact that Brooklyn now, like you say, gets to sit back the next 2 years, go big in the draft, develop the homegrown guys. We're going to have cap space and assets, which are two-thirds of what you need. We're missing the talent, obviously, to contend. But once we get that third part figured out, the Nets are going to be firing all cylinders. So it's a great position we're in. It's not a horrible position. It's probably one of the best positions to be in for a team that's rebuilding with an actual direction. That's been Brooklyn's problem. Even when we had the big three, we really didn't have a direction of how we're going to get there in the end. It was just bring three great scores together and expect it to all be a magical carpet ride, and it was anything but that. But now we actually have our priorities set. So I hope people can understand that this team is just not tanking to suck. We're tanking strategically to draft the first ever real prospect in Brooklyn history. We have a chance to make history next year on top of what we made tonight. Look forward to that. Now look forward to the doom and gloom because we're not there. We're actually on the way up.
But look,
But
Leaf brought up San Antonio. Now they had Wemby. You think they couldn't have won more games than they won? Of course they could have.
Nah, they couldn't. Let's be honest with you. Just had
Nah, they
Wemmy had
could
really
have.
no direction
Nah,
last
they
year.
wanted to be in
they
the
had
finals.
Wemby on 28 minutes a game, bro. They could have won
Yeah.
more games than that.
Well, they didn't
Exactly.
have a point guard or anything, so it's not like they had
No,
tools
they could
They
around
have
they
won
Wemby
still
more
to
could have
do
won
games.
more.
much.
They still could have won more games than that, bro. Like
Exactly.
they won 20 something games with somebody that they was trying to give defensive player of the year to, bro. Like, but he only won 20
Exactly.
some games. I never seen that in the history of this league ever, bro. But the thing is, the NBA, like every other year, the NBA they try to change the guard and they try to
Yeah.
break the game in half and then refuse it back together with something new and we all know it ain't nothing new. It's just
Because
something that's gonna annoy you.
they tanked for Duncan.
Yeah, they tanked for Duncan and got him. They
Yeah.
tanked for in Wemby and got him. Those like San Antonio. Every time San Antonio was allowed to tank, they got rewarded with a generational talent.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got
they
rewarded with
got
it.
fortunate. Spurs got
Yeah,
very fortunate, man. I don't
they
know how
got
they
when
do
they
it.
got rewarded with Duncan, it winded up leading into 5 championships and 20 straight seasons, 20 plus seasons with them winning 50 games or more.
And
That's crazy, bro. Like you can't name another team that's happened for. Not nobody. Not anybody in the history of this league. You can't name another team that's happened for. So the reality, like maybe the Celtics and the Lakers, but everything outside of that, no. So we really gotta ask ourselves, bro. Like when it comes down to the politics of all of this, and when it comes down to the business of all of this, I'm 100% so. As long as we got Joe Tsai and Sean Marks in the front office, the NBA is not giving us a first overall pick. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't.
leave. I'm not with you, man. Listen, if we do
Of
everything
course, you
right
not
from
with us,
now,
bro. Like
if
you
we do
going off that it's in
no, but
Barclays.
leave.
I understand
We
what
have
you're
the
doing.
no,
You go.
belief. We have the opportunity to take our own fate into our own hands here, and from now until the deadline, if Sean does everything well, trades the vets, gets us even more assets. We have a shot of cracking at that top number one pick. If we get number two with Ace Bailey, I'm even happier because we get one or two. So it's like we have the opportunity. It's not like we're just going to get denied it right now. We still have work to put in to get there, but it's within our reach. It's not out of the realm
Yeah,
of possibility.
you don't. I don't think y'all understand the pressure that comes with a number one pick. It's not just pressure by the fans because they are going to be pressured by our fan base. It's not going to be pressured by the city. It's not going to be pressured by the organization. It's going to be pressured by the NBA as well because
Right,
they're
but
expecting
leave.
Cooper. Not now. Let me explain this to you.
Mm.
They're expecting Cooper to go number one, no matter what. So if the NBA, there's no such thing as a lottery. The NBA sets up who they want to pick that player. They set it up. They set it up for. They've been setting it up since 1985, and they still setting it up to this day. So the reality, if the NBA decides to set us up with Cooper Flag, they're expecting results. They're expecting some money. They're expecting some big money and some big games and some big exchange right away. If they set us up for number two, bro, they ain't even gonna pay attention to us. They ain't even gonna look at us. They gonna
Nah,
let us fend for
we got
ourselves.
Ace Bailey.
No,
They'll
no, no,
pay
no, no,
attention,
no, no,
leave.
no, 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 no,
Nah,
no, no.
Kenny, what he's
I'm
saying
explaining to
is
you this. I'm
who's the
explaining to
more
you this way.
marketable? Who's the
I'm,
more marketable?
yeah. Who's more marketable right away? I'm explaining to you like this. It's like in 1996, man, when they told Stone Cold Steve Austin he was winning the King of the Ring, and he basically just set up Austin 316 all by himself, and then they left it alone, and then it turned into what it eventually turned into. It turned into the Attitude Era before Vince McMahon, while Vince McMahon was focused on Shawn Michaels and all this other stuff and whatever, bro. Like that's basically what it's gonna have to be with Ace Bailey. Because I promise you, if it is if they set us up with Cooper Flag as the number one pick, they're going to be the NBA is going to be paying high attention to us because they're going to want to market him in some type of way.
And you
And he
stop with
has
these
to be
narratives, man.
And Leaf,
100,000%
we should
better than.
embrace that. Believe we just show them what we
No,
do
we
with Liberty in
shouldn't,
4
because we don't
years
want
with
that pressure.
marketing and
We
improved
no,
revenue.
we
$200
don't we don't
Stop
million.
with
want
these
that.
narratives,
We don't
please.
want
Come
that.
on.
We don't want that. We don't
What do you
want
mean we
the
don't want that? We don't want the
because we don't want
expectations?
no, because we don't want the NBA doing us no goddamn favors, bro. They ain't doing
Hold
no
on, hold
favors
on,
for us
hold on, hold
It's
on,
before.
not
hold on,
famous
hold
if
on.
we
Let me
earn
put
our
the
way
hold on,
there through the
hold
tanking
on, hold on,
process the
Nobody
right
hold on,
earns
way.
their way
hold on,
to number one pick. They pick people for that.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me say this, bro. All I'm saying is Sean Marks is looking at Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper now. All of that stuff you talking about, I'm not trying to debate you. I'm debunking the fact that Cooper is what the Brooklyn Nets is fitting to do. It's either Ace or Dylan Harper. It's one of the two.
And that's the same thing I'm trying to and that's the same thing I'm trying to get to everybody else that believes that we're gonna go number one and get Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag just doesn't belong here, bro. It's just that simple. I don't.
What?
He doesn't, bro.
Please.
He doesn't fit the imagery, bro, of what Brooklyn is. He doesn't.
Young rising superstar looking to make an impact on a Brooklyn
He's
franchise
from
that's
Maine,
looking.
bro. Like what is he don't know nothing about this place.
He
He
was
doesn't know
here a
anything
while
about
back.
this.
Was he here
He
repping
went
Clark?
to Duke. He went to Duke right away, bro. He didn't go to University of Manhattan or the University of St. John's or Seton Hall or anything. He went straight to Duke. That's a royalty school, bro. That's one of those high white collar schools. That's what you go to, bro, when you're trying to fit an image. The image of Cooper Flag does not fit this city at all. It doesn't.
How about the skill set? Forget the image, forget the politics. I don't want us to get Cooper
That's
because
what
of
they're trying to
politics. I want to get because of the
sell,
skill set.
John. They want to sell his image first. This is the reason why he got to practice with the USA team. And Ace Bailey and Diddle Harper didn't. They don't fit the image, bro. They're not trying to push him. They're not trying to push them too. They're trying to push him. He fits that clean, squeaky image, bro. Like if you just look at him, but like, and it's just somebody that happens to jump out the gym and know how to dunk and play basketball. But he's
Bro, he
not.
does more
But
than
the thing
dunk, man.
is,
This guy
the
can make mid-range
problem is,
shots,
hold on,
three-point
wait.
shots, blocking,
I'm going
rebounding.
somewhere. Nah. The thing is, the problem is that he has to prove that he is leaps and bounds better than Ace Bailey, and he has not proved it yet.
Did you see what happened the other day? 22 points, 6 assists. I mean, it was a pretty good showing.
And Ace Bailey had 24
But
points and five rebounds, 5 assists, and a couple of blocks, bro. Like,
John,
come on.
I also said, look at the competition. Ace played St. John's, and then he played freaking Lincoln.
And these guys are bound to face each other in the future, so we'll see
No, I'm
when that
saying
game
no. I'm talking
happens
about, but
how
Lincoln
can
ain't
do.
Lincoln. Lincoln is a small HBCU. They not going nowhere.
Yeah,
He
but
played
also
St. John's.
we also gotta look at the fact that Cooper is not just a unselfish player. He makes the guys around him better. His assist passes are really good for a guy who's primarily a 3, potentially a 4 one day. He actually has guard skills. He's a hybrid type player. I just want to rule him out, guys.
I don't think
I
he's
understand
saying.
Ace and
I don't
Harper are
think
more
he's
within our
saying anything
realm,
bad
but
about.
can't rule out going number one either. You can't. Like we have
No,
to have
but
that
I don't think
expectation.
he's saying. I don't think he's saying that he's a bad player. He's saying that he's the most marketable person out there. Period. So because he's the most marketable person out there, he might go number one. That's what he's saying, and it's like, and he's saying that the NBA want whoever gets him to be almost an immediate contender. He'll want them to have TV games and everything. Because look, he's already building his profile now by going to Duke. He's gonna have at least 15 games on TV, and then from
Him
there,
in New York though, that would be like if you're talking about market, why would you not put him in New York where it's damn near
Facts.
the biggest
No,
market
no,
there
no.
is?
Facts.
No,
And look at
no.
Wembanyama. They just ranked him 11th
Because
in the league after 1 year. 1 year when the team didn't
hold
even
on,
come close to anything.
because the thing is, the market doesn't matter in this day and age, bro. Like any player could make a market. They sent Wemby to San Antonio. Their market was shit even when they had Duncan. All right, like so it don't even matter, bro. Nobody was checking for the San Antonio Spurs because they were quote unquote boring. And LM, you ought to know this. So the thing is, like realistically, bro, like even when they were winning, they spent 20 seasons winning 50 something games. and nobody was really checking for them like that. Even when the championship, the 5 championships that they won. The thing is,
I
when
would agree
the
with that
only
because you right because they won championships and they have something to show for it. So I agree. They wasn't really exactly yo, San Antonio's on television. Like that's not something like yo, niggas didn't really give a shit. Like they was just a good team that was winning games with Duncan and stuff. So I get the marketing whole part, but I mean this New York, like I get what you're saying. Like
you
I
don't
get
need
it.
to bring
Like
Cooper. You don't need to bring Cooper to New York to market him.
What
You
do
could
you
put him
mean we don't
anywhere.
need to bring him if we have a shot at getting him? If I'm number one, we
No,
gonna keep a
we
flag,
don't know.
man.
Here's the thing. We're like the thing is we believe that we have a shot. The NBA already made their mind up. They don't want to bring him here.
Wait, what do you mean they made their mind? So they want to bring him to Washington, to Port? If they bring Cooper to
wait,
one of those two,
hold on, John. Let me ask Leaf this. So which team do you think that's in the running right now, do you think they will give the number one draft pick
good
to?
question.
Portland.
Good question. Portland. Oh
Portland.
my God,
It's
Portland.
it's real simple because you want to put Cooper Flag somewhere where he feels comfortable with the fan base.
You
That's the
know,
same thing
Portland.
that they
That's
did.
comfortable. The guy's from Maine, from Boston. You think he wants to
but
go to Portland?
I
What is
mean,
the
if Boston
real
was a
dip?
trash team, they would have the number
What
one
is the
pick because they was
can
a lottery
somebody
team.
that you can't explain to me other than
but
the fact that Portland has a basketball team? There's not much difference between Portland and Maine.
Leaf.
there's
What did
one big
Portland do
difference.
with
There's
Damian
one big
Lillard, man? They didn't put crap around him. If that's where Cooper goes, they could do the
hold
same
up,
thing they did to
hold
Lillard:
up.
sell
I feel like
tickets and
I
sell
feel like
hype.
they might
That's
send him
not a good way
to
to market him.
Washington.
Leaf,
No,
there's one
they're
big
going to do it
difference.
much differently
Leaf,
when they did
Leaf,
with Dame because they wasn't expecting
uh,
Dame to be shit.
Leaf. There's one big difference though between Portland and Maine. He's not a Nike guy. He just signed a deal with
Ooh,
a competitor, so
With
they don't expect.
Adidas.
Nah, he's not with Adidas. He's with the one from the
You in
Northeast,
New Balance, right?
New
yeah.
Balance. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
New
with New
But
Balance.
they
Balance.
don't want to.
He
They're
definitely
not going
not
to
going
want
to
him
New
in
York.
Portland. They don't want him in Portland if he's not Nike.
I mean, then you got to think about the other teams that
Hold up,
might be bad.
Dame was Adidas, bro, and he was in Portland for years. I don't get that.
Dame was a Adidas.
So
He was
I
in
don't get
Portland.
I don't get the sneaker. I don't get the shoe deal correlation, bro. Like all I'm getting at is the fan base correlation. The fan, bro. It's a common knowledge that the San Antonio Spurs have the biggest European fan base there is in the league because of Tony Parker. And that's
Yeah,
one of the main reasons why Wemby is there. Wemby is a bigger attraction, bro, than anybody they ever had. And they had 5 titles with Duncan. Like, what are
Nice.
we doing?
That's a good point.
oh,
So
they had
so
just
When that nigga Wemby got a
so
Louis
it really
Vuitton
doesn't matter.
billboard in
So it
San
really doesn't
Antonio
matter. It really doesn't
as soon
matter
as you
what
go
team
into
these
San
players
Antonio.
go to, bro. LeBron was one of the biggest attractions ever. Where did he go to?
Cleveland.
25 minutes from his high school, Cleveland. Where did D Rose go to? He was a big attraction. He went to Memphis for 1 year and went right back to Chicago, where he grew up. And like, if I'm the only one that's seeing this correlation here,
I don't disagree. I don't necessarily think that. I
they
do
didn't
think it's a
know
thing with the
when they don't
league.
know who you are, they send you to a shithole. They don't know who Cade Cunningham is. All right, yo, send him to Detroit.
Yikes.
We don't know who the number one is. We don't know who the number one pick is out of Paulo, Chet, or whatchamacallit. Hey, fuck it. We just gonna give it to Orlando.
Yo, Orlando made good with Paulo, man. I'm telling you, any other team right
Yeah,
now regrets
they
that they
did.
weren't
Of
in that
course they
draft.
did.
They really do.
Of course they did. I'm not. Listen, hey, I'm not blame. I'm not saying that. But correct me if I'm wrong. Chet was on the number one seed already. Excuse me. Yo, is this mic on?
Yeah, but I think that in that draft they had Jabari Smith Jr. going number one, and Orlando did a complete 360. It was like, fuck that, we taking Paulo,
Exactly.
and
They
so
snatched
they
him,
made the
man.
right choice
Same
in
thing
that
with this
draft.
past year. They had Alex Sarr going number one. Atlanta said, "F that. We taking Zachary."
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hawks really could have should just chose Zach Edey, man. Should like screw it. You know what, Trey, you're with Edey, man. But nah, they just like, oh, we'll take one of the
No,
French
they went
guys.
there. They if
Like,
they chose Jack Edie, they was never gonna
Now,
get a number
if
one
you
pick
was
ever
talking
again.
John, that would make sense. If you talking about like the '90s or some shit, like that would probably make sense. Like
The
Zach Edey
fact
would
that
go first in
I
that
knew Zach
era.
Edey was gonna go top 10 in this draft just because of the way the draft looked. They saying the best player in this draft is gonna be is gonna be what's the kid that went to the Thunder
Topik.
yeah, that they saying Nikola Topis is gonna be the best player in this draft. So that's how I know this draft ain't shit.
yo,
But when you
Brooklyn
dealing
should
with a
try to
draft,
get him, man.
when you dealing with a draft that has a pick that's been highly touted as number one for the past, I don't know, 2.5 years, bro. The fan base and the location where you put him at matters. So how do you want to groom
Uh,
him? You don't want to
I
put
think
him
the
around.
Buzelis kid.
You don't want to put him in New York, bro, because we don't have no patience for that shit. We
But
don't.
Cooper would like New York, man. Listen, you know what they say
It
too
doesn't
about
matter
squeaky
what
clean
he will
image?
like. It's
Yo,
all
Cooper
about
Flagg's a trash talker, man. This dude, he would trash talk so many guys we face, man. The fans would love it. They'd be like,
To
yo,
Lee
no.
Cooper
It,
backs
to
it
Lee's
up,
but
man.
to Lee's
here's the
point,
thing.
right?
Here's the
To Lee's
thing. It
point
doesn't
in
matter
this
what he will
draft,
like.
right?
It's all about what the fans and what the fan base will like once they see him. Once those people in Portland see somebody that looks like them every day, they're gonna buy tickets right away. It's a lot of
So
people, bro. You gotta understand, bro. Like when Patrick Ewing got picked, bro, it's a lot of people that was on board right away. But when they didn't see them wins pile out, they sold their tickets immediately because that's
to
how New York fans are. That's how Philly fans are, and that's how Boston fans. We don't only the Northeast does that. We are very, very impatient when it comes to our sports. Very. And we always have
to
been,
Lee's
and we
point though,
always will
right?
be.
To Lee's point though, right, dude? If you looked at this draft, Chicago, they picked they who I thought he should have went number one, but they picked Mathis Buzelis. And if you know about Mathis Buzelis,
He's
and I
nice.
just looked him up, he's
He's that
nice,
tall
but I
kid,
just looked
right?
him, yeah, 6'10", he was playing in the G League, but I just looked up where he was born. Guess where he was born? I
In the United States.
no, but the city he was born in.
Uh,
Yo, Bulls are
should
drum,
he is in
man.
Illinois, right?
Yo,
Yeah, born in
did you guys see
Chicago.
wait,
He
Ellen,
was
did you guys
born in
see Josh?
Chicago.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
he
see
was born
Josh
in
Giddey wants
Chicago.
$30 million? Would you guys give Josh Giddey $30 million when he has like no offensive game? Like that's awful, man. If they gotta
I
give him that
don't
money,
know,
yikes.
but
No,
they
that I'm
clearly
not.
rebuilding,
If
and
anything,
Buzelis is
they
a
giving him
huge
like
part of
maybe
they
between
future.
15 and 19 million
No,
because of
but here's the thing though. Him, Kaminga, these guys want 30, $40 million contracts, man. They want to be up there with, a Cooper or an Ace one day with their type of salaries. It's wild.
I mean, but they trading Josh Giddey to sabotage him because of that incident that he had, bro. Like that's the reason why.
Right, right.
But the thing is, I think, listen, even if we don't get the number one pick, I'm perfectly fine if we land at 2 or 3. I'm
Facts.
not
I'll be fine
complaining.
there. I'll be fine there. Like it's just I
Like,
just want to aim high as we can, man, because that's what the Brooklyn
I'm
family
not
should
listen.
do,
I
man.
listen. Look, listen. I'm gonna make it real clean and simple. Screw the number one pick, and I mean that respectfully, bro. Like I want number two, bro. I feel, and you know
even
what? The hell with that. Listen, I'm meeting my demands out here. The NBA owe us a number two pick at least.
Dylan, I think Dylan from Nets Press put it out there. Listen, if niggas end up with Dylan Harper, I feel like that would be a good consolation prize because that means next year you could probably go after AJ. But realistically, I wouldn't mind number two. Like, don't get me wrong, if we got number one, I'm hyped. Like, that's something I would be hyped for. But
And don't forget,
if it's politics and this shit, then yeah, we probably won't get number one. We'll probably land at two
but
or three or whatever the fuck.
even if you got the number one, it doesn't mean that you have to keep it. You could
That's
trade.
true. They can do what Boston did
Bro,
and trade
nobody is
down
trading
niggas.
the
No, we
number one
ain't
pick.
trading no number one
But we
pick.
ain't
Listen,
trading.
no, sir.
Nobody is
If
trading
Sean
that
Marks
number
does
one
that,
pick.
fire him, put him in a Siberian jail, man. If he does that, I'm sorry.
Bruh,
But
there's
the thing
nobody
Tear
is,
that's
that
trading that
down,
number
what
man.
one
if
pick.
we?
I'm
But
sorry.
what
I
if we
think
get
I
one? But what if
remember.
niggas don't choose Cooper though?
I
If
remember
we get,
seeing.
bruh, the NBA is banking on Cooper being the number one pick. They're going to try to market him in some type of way because this is an American Caucasian player, bro, that just so happens to be touted as the #1 pick for the past 2 years. If you could remember any time in history that has happened, bro, listen, I'm all ears because there has not been a Caucasian American born player that hasn't been touted as the #1 pick for the past 2 years in a draft, bro. We just got our first European scoring leader with Luca. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that. Did y'all know that?
Leaf, I guarantee you, if we had our picks and that nigga Luca was in that draft and we had the #1 pick, I guarantee you them niggas would have sent him here. They
Probably.
can you imagine him in Brooklyn playing the way that he playing? Nigga, that nigga would have billboards all over Atlantic.
Luca would have been here, bro, because there's a fan base that's already ready to accept him. That's why, bro.
But also,
Every time Luca comes here, bro, like literally Brighton Beach shows up, bro, and takes over Barclays, bro. I'm
Right, but
telling
we also
great.
have a very diverse fan base too.
Luca was
Right.
Like it may not be on San
you. But it
Antonio
ain't
but
diverse to the point where Cooper Flag is gonna be running our damn team, bro. Come on, bro.
What do you
It
mean, bro? Leaf,
Leaf,
have
come
some
on, bro.
ain't
prime,
that
man.
diverse,
Leaf, my
bro.
friend. Come
yeah,
on.
Yo,
It's
this is
not
the
that diverse, bro.
this
Like,
dude is one of the they marketing this dude to be one of the great American white hopes. They comparing this nigga to Larry Bird. He went on Team USA and dominated. I get the Portland thing, but why the fuck would you not put this great American white hope in the New York market where niggas
Right.
is
You
going
said
to
they
be
got a
looking to watch
Washington,
him
man. Nobody's
play?
wait. If they set up the Washington one, nobody's gonna
because
watch the game
the
because nobody
reason
wants to go to
I'm
small markets.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna answer your question, Ellen, because the NBA has been handling these type of situations with kid gloves. They've been doing this for the past 20 years. They started with LeBron James by putting him in Cleveland, make sure he was nice and warm and cozy. He turned that shit into a juggernaut and left. They did it again with D Rose, putting him in Chicago where he could be nice and warm and cozy because he had his family and his fan base there and people that already loved him, and it led to an injury. Then they did it again last year when they put Wimby in a French fan base so he could be nice and warm and cozy. He don't have no expectations and nothing really to live up to. That's why they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, bro, to because they handle these type of situations with kid gloves. We got Mr. Mackey. We got Mr. Mackey from South Park as our commissioner, bro. What the hell do you think
Hold
is
on,
going through his mind, bro?
hold
Like
on,
I'm
hold on,
telling you,
hold on. So,
Hey,
yo,
Easy.
all right, yo, panel, what's the word, gang? What's the word, y'all? Yo, so hold
E,
on.
what's going on?
Leaf, what's the word, bro? You already know what's good. You
You
already know
know,
I was there.
you know what I'm doing. I'm maxing, bro. This is
What's your
supposed to be a
take,
night where I'm
Ease?
supposed to be celebrating, and I'm here maxing.
Nah, if anything, I mean, I don't even
What
want
up?
to celebrate that win, but here's my question, right? I hear you, right? What pick you think we getting then? Because you don't sound like we getting on 1 or 2 or 3. What pick you think we getting then?
We getting a #2 pick.
So what's the problem? Because I could remember that Greg Oden went #1, but KD went #2.
I know, and I think this draft is going to turn exactly like that, bro. Because it's almost a guarantee that Cooper is going #1 no matter what. And
Right.
Ace Bailey at #2, I'm fine with. You know
So
why?
so what's the problem? Why you think NBA is
No,
about to?
no,
No, he's just saying that he doesn't think they gonna
no. I
put
don't think we're
Cooper in the
getting
New
number
York
one.
market.
Number
Yeah,
two,
I,
he
now
don't think
that
they're
this
gonna put.
number
motherfucker
He
talk.
don't
two,
think
I'm
that they're gonna
cool
put
with.
him in the New York
I,
Number
number
market.
yo
two,
That's the
yo
I think
thing.
we're getting number
yo
one.
dog yo dog. #5 might not even be too bad for us either.
No, man. No
All
Trae
right.
No,
Young,
no,
man. Nah, stay away from Easy. He's not. His
Nah,
numbers aren't
no, no,
good
no,
for
no,
him.
no.
listen,
John, you
5
don't
not
have to
bad.
do that though. You don't have to do that. We don't have to. We don't have to do what they say. We could look at somebody else that we want. When we at 5 now, you got the liberty, just like how Leaf will put it out. You don't have the pressure of picking one. You got 5. You pick whoever the fuck you
Listen,
want now.
Cooper, Ace, Dylan, Traore probably go for. I'm not even gonna hold you. VJ Escom would be a nice
Yo, if we
consolation
get
prize.
Edgecombe, man, that's baby Ant-Man, man. If we get him, that's the wild card, man.
Yeah,
That guy
I'm not
could
tripping if we
blow
get Escom.
How many?
expectations.
How many?
If we have
I
4,
yeah.
I'm
So,
down.
how many of y'all think Ace Bailey is going to be available at 5?
Nah, he's off the
How many
board.
of y'all
No,
think
He's
Dylan
off the
Harper is going to
board.
be available at 5?
He's
That's a
off the
possibility.
board.
no.
How
That's a
many of y'all
possibility.
think
That's a
Edgecombe is
possibility.
going to be available at 5?
That's
Yeah,
a
Now
possibility as
Potentially,
Escom can
well.
be
potentially.
available. Edgecombe
Yeah,
can
it's
be
available.
available.
So
Cause
okay, so how
Traore
many
might
of
get
y'all
picked
believe? How
before
many of
Edgecombe.
y'all strongly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, no matter how the draft goes, Ace Bailey's going up top two?
He's probably
No
going top
doubt.
three.
It
No
Top
doubt. No
depends.
doubt.
It
He's
Him
probably
and
going top
Cooper are the
three.
top 1 and 2,
it
man. Nobody
depends.
can change that.
It
top
depends.
three.
No,
Top
it depends because all right,
But
let's look at
you're
the
right though,
teams
because it do
that gotta
depend
go
on how
through.
the season go, the college season go. I feel.
What happened? All right, AJ. I mean Ace. That might be tough. That might be tough. He might go top three, but niggas like Dylan and VJ, they could fluctuate, bro. Cause like let's say like all right, let's say the top three teams that get the picks, right? Let's just say it's Portland, Charlotte, and throw another bad team and Chicago.
Washington.
No,
Wizards.
no, and Chicago. All those three teams, right, got a point guard. So they don't need to draft Dylan. So Dylan could drop four,
Wait,
five, six.
we're not drafting for
Or
D.
you forgetting OKC.
Oh wait. Hold on,
OKC
real quick.
too.
Real quick. I heard this scenario, right? I had to bring it to y'all, right? Boom. I saw something crazy. So I saw that the Thunder got the Clippers picks, right?
Oh,
So
that's
you already know
torture.
Kawhi is
Yeah.
out and James Harden is gonna find a way to sit this motherfucker down. So they could essentially tank. And if push come to shove, my nigga, there could be a chance that the Clippers could get the number one overall pick if that go right to OKC.
Damn it.
Nigga, there's a chance
That's
that San
worst case
Antonio. There's a chance that
scenario,
San
easy.
Antonio could be ass, and they could potentially get a number one pick and get put Cooper next to Wemby, big
That
ass.
too. That too.
No, man. Yo, that
That
would be
shit too.
robbery, man, for the Spurs. That would be robbery. You put Cooper and Wemby, man.
Oh
Jeez.
yeah.
Or cool. My draft
Oh,
thinking.
nigga, this
I
the
realistically,
Spurs already got Wimby, bro. Like, there's
Now,
no
now
bro,
way in
easy.
the
hell.
Now
Wemby is the
easy. If
NBA's gold,
OKC
and
got that
Wemby is the
pick, we got
NBA's
Cooper, man.
golden
I'd be
child at
tripping.
this
Yo,
point,
John, that would
bro.
be nasty,
Them
man.
niggas will pair
That's
up whoever
Jesus.
they got to
Yo,
pair up
Yo,
next to
easy,
that nigga to
easy.
win
We
the
should
chip.
send. Listen, easy.
Wimby right now is the NBA's unicorn. They
No,
want to push him as the golden child. The problem is he's
easy.
not from here. They rather push Cooper instead. This is
Fuck,
the reason
Luca
why
not from here,
Nah, I can't go with
No,
that.
easy,
Cooper
easy.
is from America, bro. Like,
Easy.
what
We
you
Nah.
should
talking about?
send Doe to the Clippers right now, man, to prevent
bro.
that. We
Luca not
cannot
from
have
here. Giannis
OKC
not
with
from
that pick,
here.
man. We
No,
can't.
but
Like they don't got a
We're gonna
problem
have to
pushing
do the deal
these
with
European
OKC
Cool.
niggas.
because
No,
that's who
no,
got the
they
pick.
do have a
So we gotta
problem
have to
Yeah,
deal
pushing
with
the
them.
Europeans,
but
bro.
how can
This
we
is the
get
one of
that
the
pick from them, man? What
This
can we
is
Yeah,
one
do
we
of the
gotta
then?
get
re-
that
this
pick.
is
They're not
one of the
giving that pick.
reasons why
I'm
the
not gonna lie
Lakers,
to you.
the Warriors, and the Suns still have most of the TV games, bro. Like, they do still have a problem pushing them,
That's just
bro.
such a
I'm
crazy
telling you.
scenario,
Bro, San
man.
Antonio got the
You see
most
that scenario
TV
though?
games
I
they've
told
I
you it's
had in
did.
crazy.
I flipped,
years.
But
man.
do that. But
Almost crazy.
Is
And
San
remember,
Antonio
Atlanta
top? Is
fucking
San
won
Antonio top five
last
in
year.
TV games? I highly doubt it.
Oh, man, y'all
Nigga,
making
Wemby top five in jersey sales.
Yeah,
y'all
Yeah, they
not.
gonna put them niggas on TV.
Wemby is
What?
popular
Yeah, but at the same
globally.
time, that's fans. That's not how the NBA is thinking. The NBA don't give a shit.
Bro, them niggas got a Christmas game. When the
I,
fuck have we seen San Antonio get a Christmas game?
In a
hold on,
You
long,
Since
got to
Tim
long
think
ass
Duncan
time.
retired.
the NBA
hold
is global. It's not
They
just
are
the
pushing
US.
this nigga, bro. Yes, the NBA is global. They are pushing this nigga to be the
hold on, man. I had to mute. I had to mute Leaf and LM, man. Too many wrong. Man. Y'all not letting each other talk. It's just chopping each other pause with more narratives. Who got the
Pause.
most narratives, man? Pause. Part. But I just it's too much, man.
All right.
Listen, slow it down. Like, what are
Right.
y'all been talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, the Brooklyn, I mean, not the Brooklyn, the NBA know that this is an international game. Don't say that they don't care about foreign players when they have games in Paris. Like we played Cleveland in Paris. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that to say, why wouldn't they care about players internationally and then play in Paris? This is the narrative that don't make no sense.
Yep.
They
So Breezy made my point. That's why I was
they
arguing this whole time.
word they care about the y'all talking over each other, man, and y'all talking over me. I'm trying to order. Y'all talking over me. Like I had to mute y'all. I'm like, God damn, I can't over yell y'all, man. It's two v1.
But that was my point the entire time. Like these niggas is pushing the Europeans.
Nah, Leaf's just don't
Look at
believe in
Luca.
them
Look at
foreigners.
all of
That's what's
that.
going
Like
on.
the Europeans is taking over the league at this point. Like there's no nigga. Wemby got San Antonio got probably one of the most television games. Luca, fucking Giannis.
Don't
Like
they got like
these
20
niggas is
something this year?
running.
They got like 20 something this year.
Yeah,
LM,
like they got
Yeah,
mad games on
that's a crazy like
television.
nigga. Like
LM.
think about that. That's a wild number. 20
Yo,
something.
Wemby, Wemby is
That's
the
me.
new Wemby is the new Yao.
Yao Ming?
Nah, he
Yao
better
Yeah,
than
Ming.
that. He
I'm
better
saying
than
I'm
that.
Nah,
talking
I think he
about in
might be
Yeah.
terms
big.
of
I think he
Yeah.
might be
globalization.
bigger than Yao
No,
in
I'm
a few
talking about in
years.
terms of globalization. That's what they want.
Oh,
They
okay.
want the
Okay.
global.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Nah,
They talk about skill
he gonna
set.
be
They talk about
he
skill
gonna be
set.
bigger.
Oh
Remember,
yeah.
Houston was the
Nah,
number one
I knew he
team
was
in
talking about
China.
marketing.
When you're
Hold
the
on,
number
hold on,
one
y'all.
team in China, you're talking about a billion people.
Hold on. Two things. I'm glad you said that. That guard that played from China, he just got a 2-year contract with the Grizzlies. That's dope. But again, that says more to the international players and them caring about it. Dwarby17 in the comments, he says the best players in the league are international, and the NBA been trying to push them more. But in the U.S., we love our homegrown guys. That's why Ant has so much motion right now, and I
That's
agree.
true.
You know what I'm saying? I think they need that. The NBA predicates their talent that our talent is better than y'all talent. Yeah, we'll have y'all players come here, but now that it's becoming a thing where there's more others by the water cooler about how these international players are better than the homegrown players, and it's loud. You know what I'm saying? You can see Jokic get the 3 MVPs and fucking he had I think a finals MVP and bro, he's doing a lot. Then Wemby, he get drafted. He's foreign. I number one or two. He was foreign. So then that's a thing where I think is new. I don't know how long that'll last. Where the number one pick is a foreign player. Like I don't know how much of a thing that should be because a lot of people in the states not even seeing these games. They hearing more about women before you get hit, but at least when they playing in college, you can actually see them play the games. You know what I'm saying? It's more visibility on the college as opposed to these international players. But
I
yeah,
think
I
that
just want to
out
say
of
that.
the top 10, probably six or more are international. Out of the
Yeah.
top 10 players in the league, probably at least six of them is international. Because you just named Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, Luca, Shea Gilgis Alexander is from Canada. Come on.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of them is foreign.
And
Yeah.
they play elite basketball, so nobody's really complaining about that. But also, I think a reason why they enjoy international players is because of, in our own homegrown American talent, load management. That whole thing became such a topic the last few years, where these guys don't play the big games, but international guys, they're mostly available whenever because that's the style. You
How are
play
you
when
gonna
you're
say that and
available.
we just heard what Embiid said? Come on.
I know that NBA kind of changed that a little bit there, but
I
you know,
mean,
The
he.
the
Embiid's a
thing
kind of an
about
outlier though.
that's
Wait, we
true, but
say
the thing. Go
Embiid
ahead,
kind of
Easy.
feel like an outlier. Like he the only one out of like all the international players. Like if we look at all the international players that's like ruling the NBA right now, like I mean, it's him and Giannis to be honest that get hurt the most, but it's really him because like if you like Giannis doesn't compare to him, he missed like years now at this point. Like if you compare like careers now, like if you compare all the games
Oh,
he
don't
missed at least a
forget
full year
Ben.
at least.
Ben is international too.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Oh
geez.
yeah,
he don't
he
got the
from
pull though. He don't got the
Australia, right?
motion. Yeah, he don't got the motion no more. He not top 10, 20, 30. So
Yeah, yeah, he lost that. But they trying to push the agenda because I think the thing is the European players they don't play that AAU type style of basketball. You know what I'm saying? They learn ball the right
but
way.
I was
They
gonna
learn the
ask y'all, right?
fundamentals.
Not to cut you off, hello. That's my question I'm gonna ask y'all. All right, between European and homegrown, who plays the game better? Who are better? So like the homegrown would be LeBron, KD, JT, Ant Man. Meanwhile, international would be Giannis, Luca, Jokic. If you want to throw SG in there, you could throw SGA. Who played the game better?
Um,
Because that might
I
be a thing that
mean,
lead
wouldn't the
into
Olympics really like show that though? Like, I don't
Olympics is a
know.
different type of game, though. You know what I'm saying? And same thing. It's not. I mean, we
I
got
don't. I
overwhelming
don't think.
talent, but it's not kind of fair to us because we don't have the chemistry that they do.
But
I don't. I don't think I can go there. I don't think I can go there because, like as soon as you say Luca, it's like, but come on, that dude doesn't play no defense.
And he complains a lot to the referees, so that's
No,
kind of
I'm
also
saying,
a
but
problem.
then when
hey,
you
hold
when
up,
I do
hold
think
up.
international, when I do think international, the two of the best two-way players I ever saw were Hakeem Olajuwon
Hmm.
and Tim Duncan.
Yeah, they destroy
Mm.
that glass too. Oh, I just wanted to say that I think the major difference between the NBA and the international game was the big man and where he was at. The big man with international game was able to knock down the 18, 20 foot regularly. And the NBA tried to adapt that with, Duncan, Garnett, and then they went further out to the three ball. And I think that's where we got kind of lost in the sauce. Like, you're not going to take the international game and do it better than them. Even though we might have the better talent, like you're trying to implement their style and be better at their style of basketball than our style of basketball. So what I'm saying is the NBA, the name of the game was the big man was in the paint. So much so that I think they changed the rules for Wilt Chamberlain. They put that dotted line where you get 3 seconds. Like you can't just stay there until
Mm.
the pass you the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm saying that to say that's the major difference. The big man being in the paint and dominating the paint and being the biggest guy on the basketball court, being the biggest guy on the floor, and you know what I'm saying. That's who had the better teams 9 times out of 10.
But
And
what's ironic about that? When you think about all of them great centers from the '90s, like I'm saying from like Hakeem, David Robinson, um, all of them dudes, Ewan, all of them dudes. At the same time, freaking Jordan was the best player. You know, so
yeah,
even
but
though
no,
they
but
had dominant centers, he
yeah.
still was the dominant player. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I'm
no, that
saying?
was that's why I think Jordan part of his legacy too is that he was a guard in the era of centers that did his thing. Like he dunked on
Yeah,
Mutombo, dunked
yeah,
on man centers. Like he was really aggressive, and I'm saying that to say that a lot of teams a lot of franchises built their teams because of starting with the center. For the
yeah,
Chicago to get it,
yeah,
and if they got the number one draft pick, they was getting the best center in the draft. They wasn't
yeah,
trying to get the guard or whatever, whatever. More times than not, if we was to ever like, I don't have you know what I mean, a laptop to do it right now. But if we was to look at all the number one draft picks, I bet you more of them are centers than any other position. You
yeah.
know, because
That was
that's
the
how the
foundation
NBA,
of old teams.
right, right, exactly. The
Are you
NBA
doing
spread
all
how
time
they
or
build
recent
teams
history? Are you
that
doing
way.
all Breeze? Are you doing all time or recent history?
No, all time. I think the number one pick is the center position more than any other position. I'm guessing that. Nah, I can't consider that. I can't say that's a.
Yeah, if you're talking all time, it's definitely the center position.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So I think that's the major difference between
but
the
but
NBA and
Yeah,
international.
but then
but you
like
don't think
we
that it's
counting
but you don't think
60s,
it's
70s, 80s, so like the
but
game
you don't think that it's
changed
because of
immensely.
this. You don't think it's because of this because to me, even though they say globalization, it could be that, but I think it's also they tried to whiten up the game. They didn't like Sean Kemp and Dominique Wilkins and all of that freakish athleticism. And it's like
That wasn't
white
it. I
fans
I
I don't
can tell
think
white
you
that
what
was
they
fans
it.
can
did.
relate white fans can relate more to Steph Curry shooting threes than they can to Dominique dunking on people.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it, bro. You know what it was? It was Malice in the Palace. That's where it really started, bro. Like that shit changed everything. You couldn't be nah. Y'all laughing, bro. It was really that moment. It changed everything.
That's a fact.
That
So
shit,
and
that shit changed the league forever, bro. It ain't gonna never be another 2004 Pistons, bro. As long as the NBA, as long as those same executives in the NBA is still running around,
yeah,
because
but
those
some
same
of that,
You
executives,
don't
bro,
think it can be
those same,
but
another
that's not all
2004
true,
Pistons
bro.
team?
That's not
bro.
all true because they explained the reason why ABA was what the ABA was because they allow afros and they allow African American players to do X, Y, and Z that wasn't welcomed in the NBA. But the ABA started picking up steam. They just was the little bank. but they
Right.
but
Right.
they allowed a lot of different things. They had the flash, the flare. They had
The 3-point
the
shot,
balance. You know what I'm saying? Like not just that. Remember, Dr. J was doing
the
amazing
dunk
shit.
contest.
Like
Yeah.
he was going around the rim making layups. They wasn't doing that. They was passing the ball to the big man, score the ball, hook shot, dunk it, whatever. You the
But
big on the floor, just score to put the basket put the basketball in the hoop. Like
I
that's what they was playing. But I'm saying that to say, and this is the significance of me saying this, is Dr. J is a wing. He's the best player in the ABA at the time, and he's a wing. He's not a center. So that means he got more finesse than a center. So the game is different. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Game is faster because it's a wing and not a center. It's simple. It's like Tetris with the NBA back then. It's the point guard pass it to the center. That's it. With Dr. J, he was doing incredible shit, going
He
around.
he definitely was.
He was, but
He definitely was.
they weren't
But
selling out, but they were losing money too.
they
So
was
let's put
losing.
that
Yeah,
out
they
there.
was losing a lot of money.
Yeah, 'cause they
One.
didn't
Number
have no
two.
venues. They ain't have no venues the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with the Nets and the Knicks. That's why I always tell that story, bro. The Nets, they was trying to play in Manhattan, and the Knicks said something about territorial rights. We had to pay them because of that. Case in point is when
Yeah,
you look at
they
That's
broke.
some crazy
look
They
shit.
at the
broke.
look at the book that I read. It explains all of the different places the Nets had to play, bro. They was playing in places that was terrible,
Piscataway.
bro. They playing in a fucking armory. Like,
They played at the NASA Coliseum.
you see what I'm saying? Like, this shit was different, bro.
Real
Yo, like
bad.
just like Lee said, winning in Barclays today is special and it's historic for so many reasons. Like just to get to that
For
point for women's
real.
basketball, like that's so special considering what you just said, where the Nets used to play. It's like it's crazy. You know, like everybody says that New York's just a Knicks town. It's not anymore. Brooklyn is here to stay, whether people like it or not. Like, and that's the fun thing about Brooklyn basketball. Our future has so many possibilities right now that we haven't even hit our stride yet.
Man,
Yo,
the Nets not going nowhere.
Barclays is a landmark
Bar-
after.
yeah,
I'm gonna keep it
man,
a
I
bean.
saw the Barclays being built, man. That shit is
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Real quick. I just gotta get this off. All right, we got that win. That was one of the that win is ugly. I denounce that win. That win. Y'all
you
What?
ain't
take that shit if y'all
lying.
want to. I
I
don't
don't know
want
about the
that win.
denounce, but the win was definitely ugly.
I don't want
That's
that
Yo,
win.
it's
a
Brooklyn
I'm
basketball.
sorry.
It
I don't want
turns
that win.
either way
I'm
possible,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
yo,
the
word
one
two.
thing.
If Jalen Brunson or Cam Thomas,
But
if we was in the finals and them niggas went 1 for 15 in the game, yo, niggas
You
would
wouldn't
have
hear the
their
end of that shit.
heads.
You wouldn't hear
y'all,
the end of that.
hold on. Let me say this because these fans like that don't respect defense, bro. Like I could watch a defensive basketball game and enjoy it, man. It's nothing ugly about it. It's a
That's
beautiful
true.
thing, man. You could watch the other side of the ball and enjoy it. When Sabali caught that steal from Nafisha, that was one of the best plays of the game, bro.
Oh, that's a
It,
fact.
it it was one of the
That's a
best
fact.
plays of the games, but the reality of that game, there's no correlation to today's NBA because if you shoot 1 for 19 in that important of a game, 9 times out of 10 your team is
You're
fucking
cooked.
losing by a
You're
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cooked. You're
but
yeah.
cooked.
Leaf, that's what was great about this was both teams defensively were so great against each other. And how many finals can you say where defense was a deciding factor? Mostly everybody's about offense, offense, offense. The fact that this was mainly because of
Hold up.
Liberty's improved
Hold up,
defense,
Tom.
that's what makes this even
Hold
more
on, hold on, hold on,
special.
hold on. But
That's a good point. That's a
before I
good
Back,
pass
point.
the
Yeah.
mic, but listen, I could guarantee you, bro, if Nafisa
defense.
Collier, bro, had 10 more points, that the Liberty don't win that game. The
But
Liberty
she
do
had
not win that game, bro.
Collier,
Like
Collier
she
was
had
wilding.
22 points, bro, in 44 minutes, and she had to anchor that defense, bro. Like it's not too much of that going on in the NBA because you got a lot of one-dimensional offensive shit going on. I guarantee you, bro. Like you shoot 1 for 19 versus the Golden State Warriors, and they got Steph, and go shoot 1 for 19 versus the Joker and the Nuggets, bro. I guarantee you, your ass is toast.
No, no,
I
no, no,
don't
no, no,
know.
no. That's what happened. D'Lo
They
went
was
one
looking
for
like
0 for right.
They was
It
looking like the
They got
D'Antoni
cooked.
Rockets though.
seemed like it
They
was
was
just
looking
bad,
like the
bro. It
D'Antoni
was
Rockets
good
missing
defense in that.
13
No.
threes in a row.
Breeze. I'm not saying it wasn't good defense. I'm saying that was a ugly ass fucking win, bro. And then bro,
And then
all right,
Yeah, but
I
they
didn't
had
get
to
to
get
see
it
the.
out the mud though. Feel me? They had to get it
Right.
out the
That
mud.
was
They
some
were
Cause
down
sticky
20, like
ass
10
mud.
points
I
in the
love
first
that's some
half.
sticky
They
ass
had to
mud
battle
right there,
back.
it
bro.
is, but Minnesota had good defense. Like you can't blame them
Facts.
for that.
The
Like them
They
ref
rode
niggas
a
was
gave you
cramping
a
Brooklyn.
up.
fucking
Imagine
buyout
holding
call.
down
Wait,
Sabrina,
hold
Brianna,
on,
and Jonquil Jones for 5 games like that. Not many teams could say they were held those three down all season. So
hold
got
on,
to give
John. Hold on,
Minnesota
John.
their props for that a little
Hold
bit.
on, John. Hold on. Well, the Suns could have did that. Well, I'm saying, all right, real quick.
So who?
The Suns could have did that shit. That's a
Well,
whole
they
different story
didn't.
for
So
that's a different story for a different day. Hear what I'm saying, though, right? The ref bailed y'all niggas out because Stewie was not supposed to get that foul call. That was no
come
foul,
on,
bro.
easy. Come on,
I'm
she got hit
sorry.
on
Guys,
the
I'm
I ain't
hand,
gonna
man.
hold
Come
sorry.
you.
I'm
on,
sorry.
We already
don't do
went
what
through
LeBron
this.
James
That
did
was
tonight, man.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
sour
bro.
on him,
I'm
man.
sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie, easy. I saw some contact. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
If
there was a
but
contact. Come
Ellen,
on.
hear the thing, right? Ellen, hear the thing,
I'm
right?
about to
If you're
talk
not gonna
about this.
call the foul when fucking Kayla ran into her, if you're not gonna call that, if you're gonna call that weak ass shit after that, I have a problem now. I have a problem.
I didn't want Stewart taking that shot. Like, yeah, we got the foul, but that shot was a horrible shot. Like, you had two people in front of you. Like, what you
I guess
doing?
the explanation by the ref, the only thing that made sense on the replay. I'm like Shane Fowler, but when the ref came and he said the reason why we call fouls because she didn't have position, and they showed the replay, she wasn't really in front of her, like for real.
That's
And and
bullet.
and
I'm sorry.
and,
Go ahead,
and,
bro. Please.
and hold on, and the last part I said this earlier too is when Stewie created space, like he through contact. He did play physical as a physical play.
Yeah,
She
she
went,
kicked
but
her.
she did. She did extend her arm to make it a charge. So for her to go straight up, um, I don't know. I seen a lot of good blocks in that game, and when I seen a lot of good blocks, I mean like Jonquel Jones, she was just standing straight up and she just hit the ball. Like Nafisha tried to go up and she just like rubbed the ball out of her hand as the ball was released out of Nafisha's hand. And I'm saying that to say that was a clean block, comparing it to that last play with Stewie. So it's a home game. Maybe it was a little bit of home cooking, I ain't gonna lie. Know what I'm saying? But yo, we got the win, man. A win
A
is a win.
Facts.
Yo,
Facts. We
but
won the
Breezy, you
A
gotta,
whole
championship.
but
lot of
Breezy, you
cooking.
gotta admit, if it's not for Jones, if it wasn't for Jones, Sabali, and Fear bitch, bro, we would have
Bitch,
lost that
yeah.
shit.
Oh hell yeah.
Yo,
Hell
that
We
yeah.
would
three
have
she
lost
made
that
was
shit.
clutch. She's a rookie, right? Phoebus is a rookie. She had a
Those
season for
three
a rookie,
teeth,
man.
That's a
especially
fact.
Fear
So,
bitch, when she hit the three in the corner to start
facts. Yo.
overtime.
You know what I realized, bro? We not so different from Philly or from Philadelphia or Boston fans, bro. We not. And the reason why I say that is because, bro, like only those group of fans, including us, will re-examine all the crazy shit that happened in this type of goddamn win, bro. Like if it ain't pretty enough for us, bro, we gonna point it out.
That's
And guess
easy.
what? And guess what? It's gonna get pointed out tomorrow, bro, in live with all national media on ESPN. Because how much coverage is this shit is gonna get, bro? Like it's gonna get coverage, but it's gonna get a lot of negative coverage because it
It
ain't
should be all
the
Wait,
positives,
reason.
leaf,
man.
leaf,
It should
leaf,
be
leaf.
positives, man. It
It's
can't be
gonna get
negatives.
negative coverage because it's not the Knicks or the Nets, bro. That's why.
Wait, leaf. All right, hold
Aaron,
on.
we got
Hear me
the
out. Hear me out. Hear me out. All right, hold on.
Yo,
Hear me out.
Clara Wusan need to take control of the Nets, when I
No,
get some shit.
Yo, let's
hear me
go,
out. Hear me out.
LM.
Hold on. Hear me out. Just hear me out, right? You're not wrong, but hear me out, right? It's just me personally. I'm a competitor, bro. I want niggas at their 110% best, and I want to beat you the fuck down. And I don't want no bullshit call at the end to decide, oh, yeah, that's how we want to. No. I got to make this shit certain. So when I see you the next time, you know, nah, that nigga got it. He better than me, and he got it. I need it like that. So
I can
when I see
respect that.
bullshit, I'm like, man, I don't want this W. Fuck that. We going again.
yeah,
What?
yeah. I do like the fact that this game went to overtime too.
Facts.
I'm being honest. At the end of the regulation, even though it could have went either way, it seemed like it was more game to play. You know what I'm saying? This was a great game. Hold on, but I'm about to close out. Shit, we nearing
Yo,
3 hours.
Breezy. Yo, Breezy, what's the over under when they're reviewing the game tomorrow that somehow on ESPN they mentioned Caitlin Clark.
Oh,
Yo, Angel Reese was at the
One and a
game. She
half.
had
One and a
Minnesota
half.
and Liberty jersey on. That
I'm
was
going one
cool
and
to
a half.
see.
Yo, LB, I'm
um,
going one and a half.
Angel Reese was
hold on,
only there for Teresa Weatherspoon, bro.
Hold on. I can't call it won't spoil LBL, but what I do know is, as much as they want to make it a face, I think AJ Wilson did a good job of showing her like before y'all try to pass her the torch. I'm holding it the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
shout to I want to say shout to AJ Wilson. So even if they are mentioning the future, quote unquote future, the WNBA, you gotta remember who the face is right now, and it's AJ Wilson, number one. You know what I mean? With a bullet, I guess. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be back, and wish me luck, man. Because if I get tickets, I'm selling y'all tickets for what
Are
they
you
charge.
going tomorrow 6:45?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be there, man.
Yeah,
I'm,
Oh, you got it, Breeze?
gotta be.
Good
You
luck,
got it?
yo.
Wait,
yeah, I'm
hold on,
gonna
hold on,
be
No,
hold
there.
on,
no,
hold
no.
on,
He
hold on.
auditioning.
I'm
Oh, I thought you
auditioning
got
for
it
Steve
already,
Harvey
yo. I
for
thought you
BK
got it.
Block.
Yo, god damn it, my
Are
nigga. You
you
gotta
you
hype this shit,
auditioning
bro.
to the BK block?
Yeah, I
I
was part of it once, but last year I wasn't. The year I was, the year before that I was. So hopefully this year
I'm
I
sending
am.
a
I
So
might
video.
have to.
y'all gonna be the first to
Well,
know.
I'm
I'm
trying to
glad
get
I'm
out of it.
glad you're auditioning, bro, because I might have to audition for the 41 road tickets because I'm moving soon.
Oh,
Oh
all right.
shit.
Well,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
good thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's definitely I'm gonna definitely try my hardest to make 3 road games in the state of Texas, bro. So that would be Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas. So
Okay.
Wait, you're moving to Texas, Leaf?
yeah,
Damn, bro.
Dang, my
Good
son
luck
gonna be
with
a
that,
Houston
man.
Rockets fan,
Wow.
yo.
On the next Dragon Ball Z.
Son Leaf about
Which
to be a
part, man?
Rockets fan,
Which
yo.
part?
Yo, safe travels, bro, man. I hope you enjoy your new
I
surroundings,
got
man.
I'm gonna have to
Oh
because
shit.
Where you gonna be at?
I'm gonna be
Oh my!
I'm a I gotta I'm gonna be in
He said the next
Texas.
episode of Dragon Ball
Y'all
Yeah,
Z.
because
niggas
I
is
was
crazy,
in
bro.
your
Yo.
city.
Y'all niggas is wild, bro. I can't
Next
with
thing
y'all.
you know, we gonna see Leaf with Houston Rockets gear,
Yo,
I'm not
hold
even
Sangoon
on,
jerseys.
son.
absolutely not. I'm not even gonna be in any of those cities.
A whole different nigga, son. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be closer to the Lubbock Airport, bro. That's Texas Tech University.
Oh, okay, okay.
This
Awesome.
nigga gonna go
Next
for it from
episode,
black and white to red and black, bro. You about to turn a Rockets fan, dog? That's what's going
Bro,
down, son.
y'all not. First off, y'all niggas is not putting that on my name, bro. Like,
Oh, you
no,
know what? You know what? Yo, LM, you know what he about to do? He not gonna change the color. He just gonna become San Antonio, so you don't have to change the color. So everything
that's
could just
not
stay the way it
true.
is.
That's not true at all, bro. That's not true, bro.
That
Start
Hold
shit
up.
speaking
crazy.
French. Start speaking French and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
I ain't want to have to do it, man. But I gotta close. I gotta close the show. Now, I mean, you know, I got love for y'all. Know what I mean? But this is where the curry is like. Dun, 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 dun. Have a good night. That's all, folks.